Okay, this is an update on a bottle tree in the backyard. Okay, looks like we're live. That don't look right. All right. Hello, Amy McFarr. Welcome. Good morning. Let's see. Have we got to go to channel yet? Nope. Can't check your channel out, but you're welcome. What a deal. I couldn't hear you, so I put my headset on. I'm partially deaf. Okay. So is my microphone working? I am doing fine. It's one of them Sunday mornings. I told my wife, I said, I'm going to make breakfast. You got two choices, McDonald's or Hardee's. She picked Hardee's. So we got sausage, a sausage and egg biscuit. I got hers with cheese. 50 cents for a piece of cheese, per piece, per sandwich. 50 cents. She's worth $1, don't you think? Okay, microphone's working great. Good deal. Hello, Christy. Good morning. I would encourage you both to check out each other's channel, but oh, we don't have um, a go to channel on the three dots. But we can get rid of classic view on YouTube. You've got that right, Amy. She is for a fact. If she puts up with me, uh, Christy, I know you've told me before, and Amy, I I don't know you. What state are you guys from? I'm from Illinois. And then the next question: are you been hit with that virus in your area? In our town, we have had three cases. Two of them is okay. One person went back to work. I don't know about the other one. Canada. Okay. Where are you from, Amy? What state? Or Ontario. I think that's where B&J Hunting is close to. Yeah, but what I'm getting at, Amy, used to you could click on the three dots to the right side, and at the top it says go to channel, and you could check out people's channel there. New York. It's there, but it's spread out. Seemed like the coast, New York and California, Washington State, Oregon, they've all been hit. Wow. Now, here in Illinois, way north of us, up in Chicago, they've been hit like thousands. Hey, Stray, come up and talk to me. I'm the loneliest man in town. Yeah, it's called Go to Channel, but it's not on here. Hey, right back at you, Stray. I know we've got a little bit of a lag. because I'm going through OBS. Metal detecting. Hey. Hey there, Kim. Greetings, everyone from United Kingdom, England, across the pond. Welcome. Um, Amy, you can help us out on going to your channel. If you go to your channel where it says My Channel on your homepage, and up at the top, you got a URL. If you can't copy and paste it. Forget that. Won't work. It would work, but I don't want to hand out a whole bunch of wrenches. Hire insane. Okay. Yeah, it's called Go to Channel. I have an extension on Chrome that allows me to still go to channel. Okay, Amy, I put that on there, and when you click on somebody's name, it would go to somebody else's channel. So it was frustrating, so I just deleted it. I did have that downloaded as an extension, but I could click on yours and it'd show me like metal detecting or something, which would be okay. But if I want to see one certain channel, it goes to a different one. But when you're on OBS, you can't be doing a lot of searching. It's slow enough as it is. Yes, I do too. Metal detecting. I hope everybody's well. Pam and I, we've been staying to ourselves. We will go to Walmart occasionally, and that's it. We'll break down and go for a car ride once in a while. Okay, now you may have something there, Amy. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Well, I may download it again and try it. Hello, Jerry. Good morning. I appreciate everybody coming in on a Sunday morning. We're from Canada. New York. Oh, here's Grizz. Pull your ear, Grizz.
Ah, you've been getting some trolls, huh?
No, I just said that.
Yeah. Well, I figured you wasn't worried about the trolls with having sent me the link.
You talked about my screen shifting.
Yeah.
Okay. We had an update, and you and Cornbread helped me set that up, and we locked the screen.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to unlock it and change it. But it's okay.
Well, you know, down below on your OBS, down at the bottom down here, you have your screen settings, and there's a little paddle lock that shows on the right hand side.
Okay. I've got me, which is my little card. It's locked and turned on. And I've got StreamYards that is locked and turned on.
Okay, and the StreamYard, you'll want to unlock the StreamYard. Then you can resize it.
Okay, now can I do that while I'm online?
Sure.
Okay, unlock it. That's why you're getting all the damn big bucks. Okay, but I can't get it to move yet.
Yeah, I don't remember how to do the resize thing off the top of my head. There's something you got to do to click Alt or something, and then the cursor. I don't really quite remember on that part of it.
Oh, there you go. They're just a little white strip there. It's not wanting to get rid of that white strip.
Let me take a look. Or maybe you can go ahead and screen share what you got going.
Oh, it'd scare you. Okay. Go back to StreamYard. Screen share. Okay. Share. Okay. Now, you can see it, can't you?
Yep. Okay.
Okay, I'll make it big screen. Okay, if I click on the corner, okay, went to blue, went back to red. I need to move that, get rid of that white part, but I don't know. Oh,
Yeah, there's a click and drag down with your on your keyboard. You have to hit Alt or something like that when you use the mouse.
okay, now say that again on the keyboard.
When you're going to go ahead and stretch your red lines, you're going to move that to shrink out the white lines and stuff. When you're using the mouse, I believe you want to click the Alt key first. I can't remember for sure. Hold the Alt key down. Try it with holding the Alt key down and then try to resize it.
God damn, you're good.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Okay. Now I can lock it back.
Okay, well now is your card before your card was not lined up over top of the powered by your StreamYard logo.
Okay, so I want to unlock that.
Yeah, so you want to get that adjusted where that's that's reset over the StreamYard.
Oh, okay, I gotta hit alternate again.
Oh no, you got to go down below on your click on the scenes. You got to click on the logo tab. It's a different window.
Okay, now what tab?
Which tab is your logo? What's it called on the bottom right? You have I think it's in the bottom right. No, maybe it's the left. Where you have two different. You have the StreamYard, and then what's that logo called? What do you have that called in the box? Oh, I guess it's on the left.
Me.
Huh?
Me.
On OBS?
Yeah, I got it named me. Me.
Okay, you got to click on that.
Okay, now I got it unlocked. Got to click on that. Ha!
Highlight it. There you go. Now you can move it.
Now, do I need to click alternate? Nope.
No, not to move it, just to resize it. I mean, you can stretch it out now bigger without hitting the alternate. You can stretch it on out. That was just resizing the size of the window itself. Yeah, let me see what it's looking like on YouTube.
I think you got it.
Looks like it from here.
Okay, so I'll lock me and StreamYard. Stop sharing. Okay, it looks good there. I'll minimize that down. Bear with us, folks. Learning in progress.
Jerry and Tim Hairballs.
Hello, Tim's World. What's this crap? We're done. Okay. It'll go away here in a little bit. There. I may have got my card a little high. But you can see it though, can't you?
Yeah, I can see here. Let me refresh the page. I don't have a plan. I'm in the because of my internet speed. Yeah, I can see it fine. It looks good.
All right.
All except for the picture is still not resized proportionally. Yeah, you look at my screen is my picture is smaller than yours.
Oh, I know. There, did that change it?
Let me refresh. It might have changed it a little bit, but it's still yours is a lot. There's a lot of difference in size.
Was mine bigger?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I remember.
Okay, but you've taught me a lot right there, how to unlock it and resize it.
Yeah, and on that picture, you just got to resize it. Do that Alt key with the mouse.
Okay, but what happened was I opened up OBS and we had an update. So it's probably shifted a little bit.
Yeah. And it don't hurt nothing. Did you, by the way, did you see Tim's dad's old Ford truck or
No, I didn't.
his car? His dad's old Ford car, that blue car. Man, that was a sweet ride that he's got.
Cool. You're talking about Tim's World.
Yeah, I told Tim I wanted it. He said so does he. Yeah, that works every time, Tim. Just back right on over it. That fixes the computer.
Uh, he wasn't in here earlier. I told Pam, I said I'm gonna fix breakfast, and she asked, what's my options?" I said McDonald's or Hardee's.
53 Ford Crestline Victoria.
Oh, that sounds like a good car.
Oh, it's a cool car. It's pretty sweet. I mean,
It,
what's so sweet about it is it's in really good condition, but it's never been restored.
it'll pass everything except a gas station.
I tell you, it's all original, and it's in really good shape, but never been touched as, as far as restoration, and that's what makes it so sweet.
That's great. Well, I kind of looked around before I came up. Uh, I don't think Iron Dog made a live stream today, did he?
I don't think so. I was getting up about the time that he usually gets off. I kind of slept in a little bit. I can't remember. I don't know if he does on Sunday, but no, I never seen him go live this morning. Iron Dog 63.
Oh, Pam and I, we got up, had our coffee in the hot tub. It was great outside.
Uh, and we had a wet one yesterday afternoon.
What happened?
It rained pretty good all afternoon and all night.
Oh, rain. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it took our power out for about 5 hours yesterday. Yeah, my wife had to our dinner yesterday on the wood stove.
Oh, your power went out?
Yeah, for about 5 hours.
Oh my God.
Oh, I don't mind it. It was only 5 hours, man. We used to when the power would go out here, it would go out for a week or two. Is what it used to be, but now it's back on right away.
Good morning, Sparky.
Hey, Sparky. Awesome, Tim. Yeah, if you get a chance to show us the other one, show us that one too. Yeah, actually, don't fix up all the scars and stuff that's on it. You know, I mean, I hate that when somebody takes a nice straight, clean, whatever old vehicle, and they cherry it on out with all those are beauty marks on there. You know, I mean, I can see if you have a car that's totally damaged, you got to rebuild it anyway. But man, something to say to that, leave those beauty marks on that beast.
Hey, Sparky, got time to come up?
Oh,
If you want to come up, I'll put a link in the chat. I don't think I got you on the email page.
I think I have his link, his email. I think.
Okay, that'd be great. Let me check to see if he was on the list. I've got 9 people.
Yeah, I got them here.
Good enough.
I sent you the link there, Joe Sparky.
Good enough. Yes, sir. Come on up, Sparky. I'll be looking for you in the basement.
I want to resend it to make sure that I got it sent to you. And I want to send it this time to you too, Kim.
Okay, that way I'll have him for sure. I'm
Right.
sure I've got his email.
Yeah, that way you have his email on that there. Okay, there we go.
And put a shirt on. Grab coffee and put a shirt on.
Yeah, please put the shirt on. We don't need another Steve.
You seen mine, didn't you?
Uh-uh.
Is this too much lettuce on this sandwich? It's got all that meat and layers and
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thin slice of lettuce.
Mm. Ugh. Will you give me a light?
How's that smoking coming along?
Oh man, I'll tell you what, it's still a battle.
It's all on your mind, Grizz.
It sure is. It ain't an easy one.
I know. I fought it and I'd quit, go a couple of months and start up. Well, the last time that I did it, my second wife, Karen, she went in for balloon surgery. She had a blockage. Her big toe turned as black as could be, and they got it opened up. All right. So I told her, I said, that's it. We're going to quit. So we both quit together. It was a challenge, but we did it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in 1989. See, I've saved enough money to buy a Cadillac.
Yeah, you did. Mm.
You realize a year ago, I don't know the exact date. It was in June, I think. Well, I was at your place.
It's already been a year, huh?
Yep. We had a wonderful time on that trip.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we did it then. We couldn't do it now.
No.
There'd been a lot of places, hotels, it'd been hard to find a hotel.
Have you reconsidered ever going on a cruise ship again?
Not right now. I'd love to, yes.
Well, have they all been at home? Because last I heard a couple weeks ago, there was still a lot of Americans that were trapped on cruise ships. They weren't letting them off anywhere.
Right. We went on one cruise out of New York one time, and it was a sick ship. In other words, there was people sick on it, and they was wiping everything down. You couldn't touch a handrail without it being slick and wet.
Yeah.
Cornbread, good morning, everyone. Gria's screenshot your comment and my reply on that video to where you will have to for reference.
Yeah, I'll do that. Cornbread, I'll get a screenshot of that. He did a rant about his tennis shoes washing machine. He's got a front loader washing machine, and about how much work it takes to clean it every time. And I said, this would make a good promo for me doing a laundry video. And you got my permission. That's right, Tim. A floating septic tank.
It is right now. But them workers, they would punch the elevator and open it up and take that rag and go in on that handrail all the way around and out. Wipe all the buttons. Oh my God. But it wasn't this people was getting sick with diarrhea and stuff like that. Pam and I did not get it. Hello, Tara's Life.
Good morning, Tara.
Tara, you're welcome to come up if you'd like to. Let me know. So, Tara, how are you and Matt getting along up there in northern Illinois? See, I remembered. There was one lady on here, Amy McFarland. I'm sure she's okay, but I don't know her. I think I've seen her before.
Yeah, I've seen her around before.
But I can't go to channel to check her out. I don't know what happened to Sparky. Oh, I understand. You can just, that work don't bother me a bit. I can lay right down beside it and take a nap. What do you think, Grizz?
Oh, I can take a nap at any given time. Yep.
We are going to be planting onions and lettuce today and a couple of tomato plants we bought yesterday. Cool. Hey, Grizz, how's that greenhouse coming along?
I got to get back on it. I've been getting called on a bunch of other stuff, and well, I got this firewood available. I've been on that just about every day too.
Yeah, you got to work on it when you can.
Yeah, the permits, the free permits on the wood runs out on the 1st of June.
Oh, yeah, well, you got to stay with that.
I got out. I got into this log that's about, I don't know. It's a good. It's close to 30 inches in diameter.
Oh, my God.
It's about 40 feet long. By the way, that 30-inch in diameter, that's at the small end. Okay. That's the small end of the log, and it's about 40 feet long and no knots. Just clean as it could be. I would love to take that log and put it on my sawmill. It's a Doug fir, but this is on National Forest Service land. And being that it is a free wood permit, you have to remove it on out in firewood length size. You can't. I can't even haul out 4, 5, 6 footers.
Oh, they won't let you hold that long?
Mm-mm.
It'd be heavy.
If I would love to haul some of that. Even if I could haul some of that home in 6-foot lengths. Oh man, I'd definitely be running some of that on the side. It makes a good fencing board.
Well, what you do, Grizz, is you cut some 6-foot lengths and put it bottom and throw a whole bunch on top of it.
Well, here's the problem, Kim. It's big enough to fit in between my wheel wells on my pickup. How am I going to throw stuff on top of that?
Now, what about on your pickup?
It's 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 just small enough to fit in between the wheel wells on my pickup. It's a big log. I'm not going to throw anything on top of it unless I split it down first.
Oh, I see.
No, actually, if there was a way for me to get it on my truck up there, then I would still figure out a way to sneak it on home, a couple of 6-foot long rounds. But but the problem is where it's at. It's on a switchback, and the hillside is about like this. I mean, it's super steep. And the log is falling, is pointing right down and landing right into the road. So I can't even go past it to turn around and come back. I got to back all the way up the switchback up to it, and try to get a log like that in a scenario like that loaded up on the back of the pickup would be almost impossible.
Yeah. Well, it looked good on paper. Oh, hey, I got somebody in the basement.
Sure, Sparky.
Have you
Morning,
been
gang.
there long?
Oh, no, a couple of minutes.
Have you been down there?
Yeah, just a couple of minutes.
Okay.
It's okay. I seen you lean forward a while ago,
Well, good morning.
sir. Oh,
Good
good morning
morning,
to you.
Sparky.
Got me some coffee and a Hershey's cup. Hershey's.
Oh, that's
Got
sweet.
coffee like I like my women, hot and black.
I like coffee hot and black, but not my women.
We'll leave it like that. Morning, Grizz.
Morning, Sparky. I got
You guys
a
are up early today.
you.
Uh-oh. I have the
Got-
answer.
A friend of mine, his house is 590 feet away from the river.
Okay.
Okay, now the lift from the river, he's putting a pump down there, a jet pump down at the river, and the lift is it's under 30 feet. He's setting up a jet pump with a depot jet pump. It's a 20 amp service for it.
Mm-hmm.
At 500, you know, if I say 580 feet of line,
Okay. Okay. Let me get all the facts here. I can answer your question for you. Okay. So it's 120 volts, and it's 240 volt.
or 230, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So 240 volt. You said 600 feet. Close enough.
580.
Okay. That's feet. And then what is the load? What's the amps on the machine?
It says 20.
Probably.
It's put 10, 20. Or 20, 10.
Okay, so it's requiring a 20 amp circuit, but it's not. It's only going to take that just for a second, just to start that pump, and then it's going to lower down.
I think the regular load is 10 amp.
10 amps. Okay.
Because there was something on the amp that said 10,
Right.
20 or 20, 10 or something like that.
Okay. Let me do some math here, and I'll tell you what size wire. 600 feet. Length. 240 volt. You got a calculator that does just that. You just put in the information that you're looking for, your distance, and it'll tell you what conduit size, all that stuff.
Put it back up
Okay,
there now.
we'll
Put it back up there now.
call it 15 amps. It's a calculator that's made just for, or it's an app that is a calculator that's made just for electrical. It's got your horsepower and conduit sizes, and it's probably not coming well on my camera because it never does. But so we're going to call it 15 amps. And so our wire size is going to be, that ain't right. This has a number four wires. That can't be right. Number 4 is really big. That's about the size of a pencil. They wouldn't have, of course, you're talking about over 500 foot, you know, almost 600 feet. That is a long way out there.
Number 4.
Yeah, this is the D-rated wire size. That seems like too much. 500 foot's a long way. It really is. Matter of fact, a roll of wire generally is only, like those spools of wire, the smaller ones are only 500 foot. I don't know about that, but we're calling it 15 amps at 220 volt. It just seems.
If it was 110, it'd have to be larger, huh?
Yeah, it would. Yep. But that's calling it 15 amps. That's if it's 15 amps run. If it was just 10 amps, let me go back and do the 10 amps. Now the wire size would be 6.
And that's what I ran at 6.
Yeah, yeah. A 6 is good for 60 amps, but the thing is that distance that's really messing up the variables. That's a long way. Yeah, it's just a long way.
Now, Tim,
in other words, on the startup, it's going to be kind of iffy on the startup, but once it's fired up and running, the 6 amps.
Yeah. Is it continuous? Is it going to be continuously running or cycling?
It's cycling. It's running on a pressure tank.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd go with number 6 wire. And number 6 is too big. You know, it's not. It's a one-time investment for sure. You're going to run that out there, and you want to be sure you get the right one, you know, the right size the first time. You don't want to have to do that again. So, so you need to.
Well, I ran number 6 all the way. But what I'm thinking about doing is later on, if I do have a problem, is I got for the first 230 feet, 220 feet, something like that. But there's a break in the line there. There's a panel there. And I can boost that on up to maybe 4 to that point.
Yeah. Number 4.
Yeah, for number 4.
4 odd is huge.
4 odd is what?
And so that 4 odd is huge. That's a big wire. But no, number 4 AWG number 4 isn't. It's not. I might have a sample here. I don't use much 4. We do use 6 quite a bit though. I say me. So I'd worked for that company for so long, you know.
Yeah.
And then so the conduit size on that, I want to say is 3/4. Are you got like direct variable wire, or are you putting it in like a plastic conduit?
I put it in a plastic conduit and ran THHN wire.
Oh, there you go. Right, you got it then. Yeah, 3/4, I believe, would be good enough for that.
I ran it in 2 inch. But we ran 2 inch
Oh,
conduit.
you can drive a school bus through that conduit.
Yeah, we ran 2 inch conduit out there, but the reason why is if he ever decides that he wants to go out and spend $2,500 in wiring and
Mm-hmm.
I want to dig up the field all over again. Figured once we had the church, I told myself, "You got the church open? Yeah, spend a couple $100 extra now for that conduit."
Yeah, plastic's cheap. It really is. Yeah, I mean that conduit is big enough for 200 amps. You can run tree hot through that thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can really.
I have pulled some big wire through some of that 2 inches small when you're talking about that big wire.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
2 inch.
possible at that distance that would be really, really difficult. Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd have to have something to help pull it through there.
A friend of mine now, he's an
Run a jet line.
electrician like you. A
Mhm.
friend of mine, he's an electrician like you. He says, "You know what? I can get by with pulling 2 inch. He's done it before. He ran 2 inch line about 450 feet.
Uh-huh.
Which wire? It was regular house service wire, about the size around your thumb, and he pulled 4 wires. But he was only running 2 inch pipe, and the code called for 2.5. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
he was able to get it through, but it was a chore.
Yeah, imagine. Yeah, lots of wire lube, and yeah, you'd have to have a rope, and of course, yes,
Yeah.
sir. Use a vacuum to pull through the jet line. Use the jet line to pull through a rope. Attach the wire to the rope, and put it on a truck or a tugger or something. Something that's gonna pull it. Yeah, you can't pull that shit by hand. Not that far.
No.
Not that far. I mean, I guess if you got enough guys on it, you could. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it would take a lot.
Well,
500
even on
foot
this
so long ass way. I wouldn't want to buy that service wire.
Even on this little 6 gauge, I just hooked it up to the tractor and I drove the tractor off and pulled it line through that with that. It was a simple pull, but at least I didn't have to walk that distance and pull.
Right? You have to think about that's 2 football fields. That's a long way. Right? That's a long way. It'd still be cheaper than having them come out to run the high voltage power.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't. It'd be expensive there.
Yeah.
Years ago, back when I was working, I run a wire out to my garage. I just used that buried wire. I don't have no conduit or anything.
Right.
What's it called? UF or
Yeah, UF cable. It's like gray Romex.
Mm-hmm.
UF cable.
but I just used 12 3 with ground.
Oh, 12.3. Okay, so you can do your 220 out there then.
Yeah, but I don't have anything out there 220. But I thought I'd go ahead and run
Oh,
2 hot wires,
hell yeah.
neutral on the ground.
Yeah.
And then when I hooked it up in the house, I hooked both hot wires, each of them to a 20 amp breaker.
Okay. Were the breakers on top of each other? One over the top?
Yeah. But they're
Okay.
separate.
Then you have inevitably you have 220 going through there. You have 220 with a neutral. Because your panel, although there's a left and a right, it's not really that way. It goes, okay, so you got your hot wires that come in the breaker at the top. We call it A and B. These are phases. So what it is as it goes through the breakers, it goes A, B, A, B, A, B. So we all know if we use just one breaker, that's 110. Well, if you use two breakers that are stacked up. Usually they have a bar in between them, which makes it safer. And you do that, and you turn that on. Then you've got A and B, which gives you 220. Now, at the other end, you can share the neutral. You can have, for example, you could go to a panel. You go to a panel, and then you can break it down there with a bunch of other circuits. But you got to remember, you're limited to 16 amps of power. Although it's a 20 amp breaker, they'll only let you do it. Excuse me. They'll only let you do 80% of. So we've got our 20 times 0.8. Yeah, 16 amps. 16 amps is as much as you can run through that wire all the time. I mean, you could run 16 amps all the time, and you're not going to bother that wire because it's only at 80%. So, but the thing is, because it's alternating current, if you took it out to wherever, you could have two receptacles or more, or whatever. But you could have two circuits out there at this rate. So, so your A phase uses the neutral, and then your B phase uses the neutral. That's alternating current. That's the way it goes. It goes out A, comes back on the neutral. It goes out B, comes back on the neutral. So
right.
you got
That's the deal. But if you didn't have, if the hots weren't on A, B, if they were both on A or both on B, that common.
Yeah, that's not
bad.
good, right? Yeah, because then it's trying to return that power from both of those things on the one neutral. You will burn up the neutral at some point. Yeah, I mean, depending on your load of it.
I got two hot wires, so I got A and B, and then out in the garage I got 100 amp breaker box, and I put A and B. And then I've got 6 circuits or 6.
Okay.
I've got 6 breakers. And then I separated them, one side of the garage for the electric,
Nice.
the other side for and then one opener on one side and one opener on the other side.
Nice. Yeah, that's perfect.
The worst thing I run at the same time is an air compressor. Well, no, I don't run it at the same time. I run an air compressor or a power saw. Drill.
Right. Yeah, it might make the wire cry a little bit when it first starts up, that air compressor. Because I mean, to look at it on a graph or whatever, it seems like I've told this story 30 times this week. To look at, okay, so this is 0. Let's call this 0 right here. There's no power being used. So what happens is when it first starts up, okay, you don't see me at all. Maybe I should get a marker. You check this out.
Just talk. I can understand.
Yeah. So the main thing is, so this is like 0 power here. So what happens when it first starts up is what they call full load amps. So it goes from 0 to peaks way up here, and then after it starts, and then it goes on and uses its power. So the thing is, so that breaker is going to cry a little bit at this spot right here. So as you go from 0, I'm going backwards here. You go from 0 over here, and then it's going to jump up immediately, but then it comes back down. It comes back down, and it's going to level out at whatever the amperage it runs is. So at this spot, at that peak right there, anyway, at the peak, yeah, the breaker might grunt, but as long as it doesn't continue to be lit. Oh no, my shit's out of focus. Whoa, hey, who's doing? Oh, sorry.
I like
Right. I'm trying to get my focus back. All right, I got my focus. So at first,
now that looks like a nice insulator.
Yeah.
That's a nice insulator there.
Got a whole slew of them. I use these old things for notepads. This is from, what year is this? This is from 2016. I use it for notepads though.
That works.
Used to give me those every year.
But
anyway, so your breaker might grunt for a little bit, but it should take it. The main thing is whatever you want to make sure that wire or that breaker is just 20 amps. That way, if something happens in your garage where the compressor starts coincidentally at the same time you're using your 15 amp power saw, that it'll flip the breaker rather than stress the wire. Don't give it any more amperage than the wire can take. And that way, like I said, worst case scenario is if you flip the breaker, it's like, oh shit, okay, I've got to go back and turn it back on. But yeah, just don't overdo the breaker. Some people would think, oh yeah, well, I flipped the breaker, I'll just put a bigger breaker in there. Something's gonna give. Now you made the wire the fuse, because the breaker doesn't know. You put the breaker is going to say, I'll do 30 amps worth, you know, I'll do 32, 33 amps for a second, but yeah, you
I
don't want
won't
to
do
stress that home run, that long run.
But each hot wire in the house is on a 20 amp.
Hmm.
And then when you go out there, you got 320 amps on that same wire.
Mhm.
You got 6 20 amp breakers out there. Of
Yeah,
course, I don't ever run anything. I mean, I'm
right.
not going to run a welder or nothing like that. But now I
Mhm.
got a question for you.
Okay.
Running that wire underground,
Hmm.
for some reason, could it leak power?
I'm not hearing the last part there. Say it again.
Okay, I've got the UL or UF or whatever wire, buried wire.
Uh-huh.
Can
Uh-huh.
can it leak out? You know what I mean? Can it
No.
break in it for some reason?
Um, no, I mean it's what makes that wire so different is like regular Romex, you got just two wires that are each one has its own casing, and then your neutral is just kind of it's the bare wire or the excuse me, you have the two wires that are in casing depending on the kind of Romex, but the ground is just kind of in that casing also. Whereas the UF wire, everything is molded in plastic. Everything's surrounded by a thick, heavy plastic that's it's variable. It's sunlight resistant, so you can use it pretty much anywhere. It's a pain to work with in that because it's molded like that. It's hard to strip out the ends of it, but it's really good wire. And no, that shouldn't leak any power anywhere by any means.
I,
Yeah, I mean,
I
as long as everything's watertight.
we got a hike in our bill,
Hmm.
and I'm a thinking the rates went up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Yeah, I would check that
I don't
first.
I don't think that it would, but I was just questioning, would it ever
Yeah,
leak?
Okay.
I wouldn't. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't think so. It seems like that would
Okay,
cause like the breaker would want to flip because you're taking it to ground. Um,
okay,
I mean, the
there you
best thing
go.
to do, if you maybe, I mean, the best thing I could think of is turn everything off out in the garage to where there's no load on there, and then at the panel, maybe see, I don't know if you have one of those clamp meters or whatever. Just make sure that there's no amps being used on either leg, on either phase. But I wouldn't. It would seem like if it was going to ground, that it would fault the breaker out. I would think, and I'm not sure if it. You got me wanting to try that now, yeah, and see if you have to ground out a
So,
hot wire and see if there's any load on it.
okay, what is a clamp meter?
Um, it's mm,
Are you
it's
talking?
like a regular multimeter, but this has got a clamp that's at the top of it. It goes around the wire and it reads how much amperage is being used by that wire.
See,
Yeah, if you'd want to borrow one as opposed to buy one unless you're in the trade because they're not cheap.
that's
They
what
might
I
have some
figured.
cheaper ones, I guess.
You
Uh,
know,
yeah, they probably got some cheaper ones, but I mean, if you weren't going to use it, then you wouldn't want to invest money on it. If you don't have a multimeter at all, then yeah, I'd get that and be done with it. Yeah, and it wouldn't have to be
okay.
fancy. You can get one of the X Tech or whatever they are, or Commercial Electric. They wouldn't have to be like Fluke or Ideal or anything like really nice.
Hey, by the way, Kim, we're going to change the title of this live stream over to Ask Sparky. We got
Hey, that's okay, guys.
Matt has a question in here too. I mean, he asked it earlier. I'm
Oh,
going to go ahead
no.
and reread his question to you.
Oh, I'm not even seeing that. All right,
He
go
says,
ahead.
I have a 100 amp service at the house. It's aluminum wire from the weatherhead to the meter and the meter to the panel.
Mhm.
Can I use just aluminum leads from the panel to the meter or with copper, or do I have to change it all?
You can use unless your power company says different. You can use aluminum. You just have to upsize it one size. You have to upsize it one size.
Aluminum. He already has aluminum. He wants to change to copper.
Oh, okay. Then you can make it. You can downsize it a size. Yeah. Say 100 amps. You think I know that? Actually, I've got books that 100 amps and 240 volts. wire size would be number one for the hots, and you could actually go well, yeah, just do that for the neutral also. Yeah, just number one is what you would use. So he's talking about going just from the meter to his panel. I mean, there's nothing wrong with aluminum wire.
He's asking. He already has all the meter, everything. It's you just wondering if the panel, the weather heads, anything needs to be changed. He didn't say from aluminum to copper.
Right. I mean, yeah, a lot of times they do it in copper anymore, but they a lot of times they'll do it in aluminum just to save money. The thing with aluminum is it doesn't fare well when there's loads. In other words, if it gets heated up and then cooled off, what happens is the connections get loose. It's just something that happens because of that aluminum. It just with the contraction and it gets bigger, gets smaller, or whatever, and that makes the connections loose. That's one of the reasons that they got away from using aluminum wire, especially like inside houses, because the connections would end up getting loose, and then at that rate, then they're arcing and sparking and causing heat and fires. So if you do have aluminum wire, you might consider once a year, whatever. Obviously, make sure the power's off, but just loosen it a quarter turn, tighten it back down, just snug it back down a little bit. At that point, maybe if you don't have antioxidant in there, you might want to do that too to keep it from doing its chemical stuff that it does, the electrolysis, right? And yeah, just make sure your connections are tight. Copper's the way to go, but I mean, of course, it's more expensive, but copper's the way to go. Let me see if I can find the chat over here. You can have that open.
Well, thank you, Tara.
Ooh-wee. Okay.
He's saying he wants to swap the line. He's hoping he don't have to change anything else.
All right.
But yeah, Matt, I can actually answer you. Yeah, you can switch to the line. It's when if you're going to switch copper to aluminum, then you want to know what you're doing because of the things that he's talking about.
Yeah. You can leave the aluminum going up the weatherhead. I mean, it's good enough for years ago. It's good enough for now. And the thing is,
my guess is he wants to probably switch over to copper and use the same size copper so he can have because 100 amp to a service to a house, that's nothing anymore.
Isn't much. It really isn't. Yeah, it really isn't. We're only 125 here, but we have gas appliances. The only things that really consume electric that's power is the dryer, the water heater, and that's really it. That's the two biggest power consumers here. We have electric heat, or excuse me, we have propane heat. We have a propane stove. So yeah, there's really not much load here. So it's only 125 amps.
You got central air?
Oh yeah. Of course we do. Right. So the condenser outside, the condenser, it would be another one of the ones that suck up some power. Actually, we got a new condenser. It's much more quiet, much more efficient. So that's a good thing. But yeah, I forgot about that one. That's our other 220 load. Yep. Beyond that, everything is just lighting and receptacles and stuff. Cheers.
A couple of years ago, I had a guy help me. We put 200 amp box outside and a 200 amp box inside.
All right.
And then I think we had aluminum from the meter box to the, I know we did. I don't know what size, I forget what size, but we run aluminum service cable from out at the box into the 200 amp box inside.
Right. Well, at that rate, the first thing that would go would be the 100 amp breaker. That's the first thing that would cry and pop because that too.
No,
obviously you're not gonna, yeah.
Everything's 200 amp on both sides.
Oh, okay. You're good to go then. Yeah.
200 amp inside the house
Yeah.
of course, the 200 amp outside.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
had to
I'm
put
sure it's a pretty big fire.
I had to put in this box where, I mean, it's got a tag on it like a lock. You have to open that box. Say they're going to change a meter. They
Hmm.
throw this arm down, and it bypasses the meter. Just
Oh.
and they switch the meter out without you losing power.
Right,
And
exactly.
so that arm's got to go back up before you
Hmm.
can shut the door.
Right, right.
But I
Yeah,
can't.
well, not legally. I
No, I
mean,
can't do it. There's
I would do that. If I had to do some service work, I would cut the little tag and I would throw that little handle. Ours don't have the handle, but I know what you're talking about. Why they use that is what it allows them to do is when they throw that handle and they can pull the meter, and yes, the service is still live and nobody's getting metered for it. But and they can turn it back on. If you didn't have that handle and they come cut your power off, and there's no way that they can shut off the power from the meter. Like generally, there's another meter box and it's got a main there, and you have a couple of circuits outside, and then it would have power to feed your home or trailer or whatever. But so if there's no way that they can shut off the load when they go to install that meter that doesn't have that little handle, there's going to be one hell of a spark when they go to push it in because it's now making the connection. And
Yeah.
as they're pushing it in, so because all the refrigerators are coming online again, your AC started, your whatever, your water heater kicked back on, so there's a bunch of load on it, so it allows them to safely to put the meter back in.
Well,
But
out here they have the
I've
fusible link up at the
200 amp.
transformer.
Below that, I've got a 200 amp breaker.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, see if they shut that off, then the load would be gone, and they wouldn't even need to have that one with the handle. Say if they're pulling your meter like you didn't pay your bill, but so. But yeah, so yeah, if you have a disconnect below that or breaker like that, then yeah, they can shut it off. There'd be no load, and they can do whatever they wanted to safely.
Oh, here what they do before if they're going to pull your meter around here, what they do is they pull the fusible link at the transfer at the
Oh, at the
power
transformer? Yeah, okay.
yeah
Yeah, they don't mess around. They know you
yeah
can't mess with it.
they pull that fusible link first there.
Yeah.
Be
Well,
meter.
yeah, some of those transformers they actually work 2 and 3 homes. So that one transformer, so that they couldn't do it like that. Anymore, they've got the smart meters, and all they got to do is sit in their air conditioned office at their computer and click a button, and you're off. Well, they don't literally physically have to go out there and touch your meter anymore.
But this with Ameren CIPS, there's only one box that they approve for you to use that you can buy at Lowe's.
Oh, you have to buy a meter can?
Huh?
They give you a meter can around here. The meter enclosure, the meter.
The box.
Huh.
You don't buy the meter, just the box.
No, that's their meter. That's their meter. But down here they'll give you that box. You just you tell them you go up there and tell them you need a box, and they'll give you one.
Oh hell no!
And then you build your service. They'll make you pay for your meter enclosure.
Oh yeah.
Just the thing. The power companies, they know what they're doing. So say for example, you get this new property and you got a place on there, and it doesn't have power yet. Well, they're only gonna come in, for example, 75 feet. I think that's right. But after 75 feet, they make you pay for any of the poles and wire to continue it however far you are into the property. The thing is, so you had to pay for that, and you had to pay for them to install it and all. Well, when you move, you can't take that with you. So you've actually helped their power grid getting you pay for the grid to be extended, but you can't take it with you. And then of course you have to pay them the electric bill every month. So you paid to.
Yeah, but when you sell the house, you're selling that. When you sell the house, you're selling that box to the new owner.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, you're right. Right, it's got power already.
Because I mean that's kind of like saying, you know what I mean. I bought this lumber for this house. I built this new house here, so I'm selling that. I'm selling the place, but I'm taking the house. I can't take the house with me. So I mean, it's the same type of a deal.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean, that would be it would increase your equity, wouldn't it? It would, yeah, makes your place more valuable that way. Never thought about it that way, I guess, but
I mean,
that's
yeah,
true.
you could call the power company and say, "Hey, disconnected. I want to take my meter base with me. Disconnect that powder. I'm taking that meter base." We'll let the new owner.
You could, yeah, but yeah, nobody wants to do that, right? They just leave it. Fuck it. Oops, sorry.
But they supplied the wire from the electric over to the weatherhead. And
Uh-huh.
I had a guy do it for me, but I had to supply
Yeah.
the weatherhead, the wires coming out, everything
Right.
except the meter.
Yes, sir.
And
Yep. Yep.
basically, I had a meter. They just took it out of one box,
Oh.
which we disconnected because we relocated the electric on the other side of the house.
Oh, okay.
They took that meter out and they put it in the new meter box.
Nice. Yeah. Well, that's good because it's associated with your account, and so nothing has really changed. It's just the location of the meter itself. So y'all have the digital meters, or do you have a meter reader that comes around?
Smart meter.
Yeah, I think everybody does, and that's good for them because they're able to monitor a lot of things. I don't know. There's conspiracy theories with if you were using too much power, that they could actually like turn your power back or only give you a portion of power. It's just a conspiracy theory. I'm not sure, but it helps with their billing. And like I said, they can shut your service off from the office, right? And also, if power goes out, they're able to know what area it is. So the street is this long, and we've got power up to this point. They're knowing all these meters are running, up to this point, but then they're not from here on out. So they know immediately to go
Well,
check this other area,
the other
which the other area, there's a fault over here, maybe a blown fuse or something somewhere. But
the other day when we lost power, we actually got a phone call. Said
nice.
we're getting. We noticed that you don't have power. We're working to get it back on.
Hmm.
I thought
Yeah.
that was cool. But
Hey, that is cool.
the old service that I had was them big 60-amp fuses,
Oh, right. Yeah.
and I didn't even have a ground rod.
Ooh.
They had a ground wire running from the great big knife switch over to the water
Uh-huh.
line.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to ground the water, gas, and structure is what needs to be grounded. So yeah, they're making sure that it's all grounded is the thing. It would go to a ground rod, a grounding electrode, and then on to gas, copper, and then or gas, water, and then the structure if it's steel. I used to do a bunch of commercial electricity.
Out of here.
Okay, Grizz.
Oh shit!
Get you all later.
Okay, Grizz.
Take care, Grizz. Nice seeing you, man.
Okay, but when this guy hooked up my 200 amp service,
Mm-hmm.
we have an 8-foot ground rod.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, do I have to ground the water line and stuff now?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I mean, you should have your water line grounded.
Well, isn't it grounded coming through?
Wherever it's. I mean, a lot of times it's PVC is what you've got in the ground, I imagine, and then it's going to probably pop up and there's going to be some metal somewhere. It needs to be grounded wherever it's metal.
Okay, outside.
It could even be at your water heater. I mean, it could be at your water heater. You use the same ground that is to your water heater. You could run that to the metal pipes that come out of there. Hit your cold water, and then you've grounded your whole water system. See that a lot of, like I said, a lot of it's in PVC as opposed to things that are metal or whatever. So it's making sure that your water can never be electrified because your commode is an insulator, And if your water was electrified and you're going to take a leak, you, you thought a hot wire off around a pasture
Coming
fence
from the
would light
meter,
you up.
coming from the meter is rigid copper,
Oh, okay.
and then it comes in and attached to mostly galvanized in the house.
Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. If you're rigid
So
copper
it's
underground,
grounded
then yeah, you're
outside.
grounded. Yeah, it would definitely be grounded. Yeah, if it is indeed rigid copper in the ground. But yeah, you still have to have
But
that grounding electrode.
well, yeah, to the electric, but I don't have it hooked up to the water line.
Right. You shouldn't have to. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. I can't see that that would ever be a problem. If as long as you got metallic pipe in the ground, you'd be good to go. Oh, right. The only metal water line we have is the shut-off valve. All the rest is PEX. Yeah, they run a lot of PEX anymore. Oh, good morning, Howie. See you over
Hello,
there in the chat.
Howie.
Steve. Steve. Cheers, Crazy Live. Cheers.
But I'll tell you what, I feel a lot safer that I got that changed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I did one like that. They changed out the pole, and I don't know how many years that thing was there, but it was like you were saying, that big knife switch with the fuses and stuff. Oh man, I wish I had a picture of it. It was scary to me. I've been doing this for years. It's scary to me when I opened the box. I was expecting a
well,
wow. No, there wasn't a wow from this one. It was just a conglomeration, messed up wires. It
it,
just
it was a mess.
it wasn't good.
And then they had these little individual breaker boxes, like just two fuses in each box. You know,
Uh-huh.
all
I'm
that's
still here.
gone.
I'm still here.
All that is gone. What happened?
Well, my wife came in. She just woke
Oh,
up. She wanted to kiss my face.
okay. I hope she wasn't naked.
Oh no, she was only naked under her pajamas.
There you go.
It sure is a beautiful day out there. I need to get me some of that here for long. I'm gonna do some. I made some. Was it garlic parmesan? Spice. I put it in with like 5 pounds of burger, 20, 80, 20, 20, 80, however you want to do it. And I'm going to use let's call it a jerky gun. I'm going to make like beef sticks. A buddy of mine, his name is Beer Man. His teeth aren't so well. And he sent me some stuff and I wanted to repay him with some jerky. So I'm going to do some of those little meat stick things on the dehydrator. So I'm
That
gonna do
sounds
that.
good.
Do that at some point today. Yeah, I haven't done that kind in a while. I've made jerky, just like whole meat jerky, just parts of steak or whatever. But I haven't done the ground kind in a while, so that ought to be interesting. I'm gonna work on that today. Also, go pick the cucumbers out of the garden. I already got cucumbers.
Oh, and you dried them?
My pole beans are taller than I am now. My pole beans are. They went all the way up the fence, which is about eye level to me. And they're stuck above there. So I just kind of tied them back around into the fence. My whole fence line is going to have beans probably by the end of next week because they have flowers now. So it won't be long. But the cucumbers are doing good. The asparagus, it's gotten kind of late in the season. So they're going to fern now because you only get to pick them for a couple of months.
Uh,
That, and I got a bunch of red leaf lettuce.
Now you said you got
Green.
a food dryer, dehydrator, or
Yes,
whatever.
uh-huh.
Do you have
Yeah,
an electric pressure cooker?
I do. I have one of those instant pots or Instapots. How do you say it?
Yeah. Now
Yeah,
I've got the
those things are
cheaper
awesome.
brand.
I love those.
I've got the cheaper brand.
Uh-huh.
It's called a Fabware, but it does the same thing.
Uh-huh.
And
Sure.
I've been experimenting with different things, cooking chicken parts and
Uh-huh.
sweet potato. Oh my God, I love sweet potatoes done in there.
Oh yeah, right.
And I just found out the other day. I've heard of it, but I never did try it. You can take eggs and hard boil them in the Instapot. You just put them in
Hmm.
there. You
Yeah.
start cold, run it for 6 minutes on pressure,
Uh-huh.
release it, put it in cold water, and them shells just peel right off.
Nice, nice. Okay, yeah, I haven't done eggs in there. Yeah, but I mean, you can do beans. Like you can take dried pinto beans, whatever kind of beans you want. You can put dried beans in there, and I want to say it's 45 minutes is all. But under pressure, like you're talking about. But I think it's like 45 minutes, and they'll be cooked. They won't be crunchy at all or nothing. And no more waiting around for hours on end with the lid kicked sideways on the top, and steam getting everywhere and filling the house with
Oh
steam
yeah.
and cooking it for or soaking them overnight because you gotta do all that, right? Yeah, you just
I
pop them in
buy
there dry and go for it.
I buy the 15 bean,
Oh yeah, nice.
and then I put Polish sausage in there.
Woo-wee.
But you got to
Oh,
make
yeah, that
sure
sounds good.
you put the skinless, because if you buy the one with the skin, it gets tougher than shoe leather.
Oh, I'll be darned. Okay. Nixon's nonsense says we only got dirt in the ground. We got our dirt in the ground so far. Yeah, right. Got plenty of it. Right. I can grow weeds faster than anything out there. It's a
One
labor of
time,
love, though. You get out there and have a couple of beers or whatever, play a little music, and yeah, find something low to the ground you can sit on, and yeah, start throwing the weeds to the side.
one time I went and bought a whole bunch of fence posts, and I asked a guy for a bag of holes. He said they
Uh-huh.
was out, and I had to dig them myself.
Right? Imagine that. Bag of holes. Nice. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Fencing sucks. I hate fencing. It's a lot of damn work, is what it is. Shoot, man.
Oh yeah.
Remember years ago we fenced a whole 5-acre property and then like a part through the middle of it, so in distance, another third of it or whatever, and it was a lot of stinking work. Did that by hand, the old post hole diggers, and of course the corner post had to be concreted in. We run barbed wire all around there. That was a long time ago. I was a lot younger and in better shape, but man, that was a lot of work. He pulled up with that trailer full of freaking fence posts. It's like, oh my god, there's hundreds of them.
Could you read the serial number on the bottom of the jet?
Right. You see the pilot's eyes were blue. Wow.
You
Oh
would
god.
not believe that this little piece of property that we have here, the dirt is actually black.
Wow, nice. Well, yeah, you live in town, so it's probably been amended so many times that somebody's probably, gone through and and worked the soil some more topsoil. And because when you say black, I think it's very rich in nutrients. So it seems like somebody would have brought in a lot of organic material, maybe.
I'm sure they did.
Hmm. Yeah, they're down here that they have like land leveling or yard leveling or whatever. They just come through and cover it all with where it needs to be, the low spots with more fill, and then they'll a lot of times they'll do that hydro mulching, the hydro seeding, whatever. Those looks like green paint, but it's got seeds in it, and it'll grow grass in no time. One more frost, yikes! I can't imagine, man. It's been I don't want to say anything. I'll make people mad. Let's just say it's shorts weather down here.
Well, I've been wearing shorts for quite a while. We've had some cool days, but My theory is once you go to shorts, you can't go back.
There you go. Yeah, our lows are like 58, 62 at night, and during the day it's been about 85, 83, 85. It kind of ranges, kind of ranges around a little bit. 10 days. Yeah, high of 88 and then low of 67. That's fairly consistent. Yeah, it's not smoldering hot yet. So that's good. It won't be long, I imagine.
Well, let's see, it says it's 70 now. It got close to 90 yesterday here.
Wow, nice.
Not in the house, mind you. I had the AC.
Oh, of course.
I got to keep Amber going.
So y'all are running your AC already?
Oh, yeah, it's on now.
Yeah, there you go.
It's 70 outside, but it gets hot in the house. Pam
Right.
says, let's open the windows. No, I don't want that dirt inside.
There you go. Right, good answer. Yep.
And yesterday morning, I run the furnace, and then in the afternoon, I turned the air on.
Isn't it crazy? Yeah, that's big. That's a big change. Yeah, between the morning and the day. Sucking up that power, huh?
Yep. That's why they put that switch on there, heat and cool.
Yeah, you wouldn't think you'd have to use them both in one day, but right. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little chilly. You got to knock that chill out of the air.
Yeah, that's what Pam says. I want some fresh air. Go outside. There's plenty of it.
Go outside. Nice. Yes, sir. So I'm surprised you don't have a couple more panel members. Everybody's probably still sleeping here.
How many does it say we got?
Not. I'm talking about panel members. But not 9 people watching. 9 people watching. That's what it says.
Okay. Not to dispute you. I just turned it. It says 7 watching.
Oh, okay. Let me reload that.
It could be 9.
Oh,
My
yeah.
is slow. I
Right.
got a lot of lag because I'm using OBS.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my internet out here just stinks.
I've got my StreamYard 20 hours back, but I thought, well, I'll just save them.
Yeah.
I'll use them toward the end of the month.
Oh, so you're doing. I see. Yeah, I don't know anything about that OBS stuff. I mean, I've heard of it, but I've never used it. I don't know anything about it.
Well, this is something that Grizz and Cornbread showed me how to do.
Oh.
You use OBS through StreamYard, but it don't count against your 20 hours.
Oh, nice. Well, that's cool.
But you got lag. So even if you use the StreamYard by itself, you still have lag.
Oh, then what you're doing is a good thing then. Yeah, the OBS, isn't that where you can put like put other things on the screen also? And I mean, I'm not
probably, but I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, like with the green screens and stuff.
Oh, well, you can do that anyhow.
Oh, okay.
Other bullshit, Stray says. We're just cheating the system.
Nice. That's okay. Sure beats
The
paying for it.
OBS had an update and it switched my screen around.
Uh-huh.
And Grizz said, your screen got off kilter. Okay, but I don't know how to do it. He walked me through it. We got it set up. But yeah, if you ever get a blue screen, green screen,
Yes, sir.
right there at the bottom
Uh-huh.
on the StreamYard page, it says Cam Mic. You click
Yes,
on
sir.
that, and then he'll walk you through it. I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're doing it.
Yeah, I like this bit. Let's go on my let's change it to blue. I didn't. Oh, it made my shirt go away. Nice. Oh, not turn my shirt green. My shirt's not really green. That's weird. Yeah,
It's kind of fun to play with.
it is. Yeah, that's what that OBS stuff does. Something like that.
But
That's crazy.
what you're doing it on is StreamYard, though.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you're smart enough to operate the OBS, it'll do it also.
Oh, okay.
But hey,
Yeah.
got it working. There's lever
Mhm.
A and this is lever B. That's what it means. Lever B.
Lever me. Yeah, nice. Right, it works already. Lever me. Nice. I like that. That's funny.
But no, that electric that I had
Hmm.
changed some things around. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. And I had too many things on one circuit.
Oh, right.
And now I've got them all designated to one thing.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. And it helps if you're having to service something. You can shut off just part of the building or whatever, and you're able to work on it that way.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. Dedicated circuits. That's good.
I did a paper on my computer and wrote down each number and what it was. And then if I add
Nice.
to it, I just go back to that and print me out a new sheet, rip that one off and tape the new one on.
There you go.
It works really good.
Yeah. That's one of the hardest things to do for an electrician. What I feel it is anyway is labeling a panel. It seems pretty easy, but if you do it the right way, it's a lot of either back and forth, or you got maybe somebody on a telephone or walkie-talkie, testing one place, and otherwise, yeah, it's a bunch of walking back and forth, and you got to shut the whole place off. And then what is this circuit? What is that circuit? And then sometimes the electrician, they wired it really weird, so they has most of the circuit will be over here, but then there'll be another one like way over here that you'd think would be on a different circuit. Yeah, I was like, guys, what were you thinking? Yeah, jeez.
And I tried to even them out. And I'm sure I didn't do it to code,
Uh-huh.
but basically I did it safely.
There you go. Yeah.
Now you
Yeah.
know them little breakers that's got that little white squiggly line from it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those are arc fault breakers. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're supposed to use them for things in like your bedroom and your bathroom and
Yes, sir.
around your sink. Well, I don't have that, but
Okay. Yeah,
but
those can be a pain. Those things. I don't like them. They're too sensitive. Uh, which I guess is a good thing. They've taken pretty much all the danger out of electricity with those breakers. They work so quickly. If you were to take and cut one of the wires that has that kind of breaker on it, it would shut off that breaker before it ever sparked or blew up your tools or anything. It's just that accurate. It reads the power coming back on the neutral, and if there's any difference between the power going out and the power coming back, it knows it in a millisecond, and it turns off. So it's good like that. But some things that like that full load amp stuff I was talking about a while ago, sometimes those will cause trips in those arc fault breakers because that heavy startup load. And so a lot of people have told me, I want you to take these out and put regular breakers in. But if you do use those breakers like that, you wouldn't have to use if you get the right ones, you wouldn't have to use GFI breakers around your sinks, or you know, in your kitchen, around your kitchen or whatever, because that breaker does what a GFI does, but even faster. A GFI is meant to test for ground faults. If there's any fault where electricity is going to ground, so it's really that one kind of protects you from getting shocked. The other, the arc fault breakers protects from fires. So say you're hanging a picture on the wall, you got a metal nail or screw or whatever, right? And if you went through that wire, it would know immediately that you've pierced that circuit, that you messed up that circuit, you compromised it, and it'll shut off. So that keeps your place from burning down. And it also, like if you have a loose connection in on a receptacle or a switch or whatever, and it knows that there's an arc, you know, it senses there's an arc, it shuts off. So those breakers aren't necessarily for your safety, they're for fire prevention. But they do have the combination that are arc fault and GFI, even more expensive than the others. I think they're like $60 a piece, depending on what manufacturer your panel is. But they do it all. They do the arc fault and GFI. But I wouldn't put it on things like a refrigerator or, you know, things that would start up and have a high, you know, full load amps thing.
Now, I know there's more than just 2 breakers, but they've got a square D breaker. What's the other breaker?
Oh, there's Square D, Siemens, GE, Eaton. There's quite a few of them, a bunch.
Okay, well, all right, we can't answer that. But like the big breaker box that we got out, it's got 2 breakers in it. Like if you want, which we didn't, we just run the service. So it's got the 200 amp breaker at the top, and then it's got a place down at the bottom. And we went ahead and put 2 breakers in there, no wires to it or anything, just to cover that hole up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But he bought the wrong breakers. He bought the breakers that will work in that one, but I had to take them back, and the square D is higher.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know what these breakers is. There's only 2 out there. And when I took them back, he said, well, you bought X amount. There's 2 missing. Yeah, I used 2 of them. Okay. Yeah, I said, don't give me credit for 2 that you ain't got.
Right, exactly.
But
Yeah.
I thought maybe you knew the other brand.
Yeah, there's some some like Square D breakers will fit in Siemens panels and vice versa. It's really best to stick with the same brand that you've got, but they are somewhat interchangeable. And you'd think that they'd be a little more like they'd all have kind of the same breakers, but no, I mean it's the difference between a Chevy and a Ford, I guess. But yeah, they're you think they make them a little more universal, but some breakers will work in other panels.
Yeah,
I was
but
building a house. Go ahead.
the ones that we originally bought, 2 of them would work outside, but they wouldn't work in the 200 amp breaker inside.
Right,
Like I
right.
said, I had to take them back and get square D.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, like I say,
Okay.
yeah, no problem. Well, I wonder why they were so much more expensive though. That seems weird.
I don't know, but there
Right.
was a little bit,
Yeah.
not a whole lot, but just a little.
Well, I'm gonna research it some, and I'm gonna go with one brand of panels that I'm putting up at these places. I've been building residential homes, and I'm gonna find one brand that is I mean, good, obviously quality, but inexpensive, and I'm gonna use that brand through all of any other construction I do. You know, if it's a new construction. That way, I don't have a bunch of different kinds of breakers. I mean, I have some on the truck, like for service calls or whatever, but some oddball breakers. But for the most part, yeah, when it comes to building stuff, I'm going to go with one particular brand and just stick with them. Maybe like the Square D Homeline version. Those a lot of times, like from Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, they have contractors packs where they already come with some breakers. They'll come with a couple of 2-pole 30s and some single 20s. And
That sounded familiar when you said Homeland.
oh, okay, yeah, home light, square D home light.
Okay.
That's or the home line, home line. That's what's called, home line.
Homeline.
Yeah, home line. That's what it is. Still not quite awake. I drank a lot last night too.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what the two brands was, but the brand that we bought would not fit in that
Mm,
breaker.
yeah, they might be the QO version. Where
That sounds
is that
right.
it? Yeah, see, well, there's ones that they have like clamps. The bus bars are different. Instead of, okay, some of the bus bars where the breakers go in are like little tangs like this, and so the breaker goes on it, like that, and then the other ones are the bus bars are like this, and the breakers clamp like around that little bar. So that's the QO, those kind. So some breakers will simply not fit at all in other panels. And I think that QO homeline thing, I don't think there's anything that is you can't use anything like anything but
Right.
those. What I'm trying to say here.
It would not work in the square D
Mhm.
box.
Exactly.
So luckily, this guy had checked it, and
Mhm.
he said, "Oh, we can't use this."
Right.
It didn't hold us back. So before we cut the power, good morning, Rosanna. Before we cut the power and everything, I had the right breakers,
Oh, right. Exactly. Yeah.
and I think that the new breaker box holds 40 breakers,
Ooh, yeah, you got a big panel. All right.
and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
200 amp, big tall.
Yeah.
And I think I
Yeah,
bought
that's
20.
one.
I think I bought 20 breakers
Uh-huh.
because we don't have that many circuits. I said, well, we'll start with 20. If I need more, I'll come get them.
All right. Yeah, and nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's good to change out your service. The ones I hate to see is the Federal Pacific. It's FPE. Those are either known for not shutting off when they should or shutting off when they shouldn't. They're very dangerous. They don't even make those breakers anymore. Um, uh, so I see them in homes, and it's like, look, I'm not trying to upsell you on anything. I'm just letting you know that this is way out of date, and you really should consider changing it. Again, I'm not trying to upsell anything, but either it's going to make you mad, being that the breakers flip too often, or you'll be really mad if your freaking place burns down. Just letting you know, right? Just letting you know.
Well,
Federal Pacific is Federal Pacific Power, Electric, whatever. Federal breakers are bad.
breakers on everything except for like the dryer, the
Hmm.
central air, and the stove.
Yeah.
They're all double.
Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
they're 30 amp. They're 30 amp.
Yeah. Two pole 30 amp. And then your stove would probably be more like 50 amps. Number 8 wire.
Well, I think we got number 8 wire, but I still got 30 amp.
Okay.
I
Well, that's not unsafe. You could actually put a 2-pole 40 in there, or 2-pole 50 in that. 2-pole 50 at 8-gauge wire. But I mean, if your stove works, and does it take a long time for your like? So you had, okay, say it's Thanksgiving or whatever. You got 4 burners going on the top, and you got the turkey in the oven. It runs all that without flipping the breaker.
we never run all. We
Yeah.
run the oven and probably one burner at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Okay.
never tripped it.
Okay. Well, you're good to go then. Yeah, you're good to go. If you
But
upsize the
I
breaker,
would, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd say use a littlest breaker. If it
well,
don't break.
yeah, that's, yeah. Well, you're gonna, it's probably heating it up some. But I mean, if it's not exceeding that 30 amps, it's it's good to go. Yeah,
Hasn't so far.
yeah. I mean, that. There's nothing wrong with that, but never ever put so that wire's only rated for 50 amps. Don't put a 60 or a 70 amp breaker on that wire,
Oh
because
no.
then that makes that wire the fuse, doesn't it? It's going to find the weakest point.
I I will have to look at that stove. I think he had me to put 30 amp on.
Okay, that
I
doesn't
think.
seem like enough, but the wire size is proper. So let me do this. Good old math.
That's perfect. Who's noodles?
Yeah, 30 amps is 7,200 watts, which that doesn't seem like enough for a stove. Okay.
Yeah, but the worst thing that happened, it'd break it, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it would flip the breaker. Uh-huh.
Okay. So as long as I don't ever do that, I'm not gonna worry about it. But I am gonna look.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if it's working, it's working. The bigger breaker would allow things to heat up faster because you're just giving it you're giving it more power. But yeah. I mean, if it hasn't flipped it, then you're good to go.
But this new electric stove, when you turn the burner on, I mean it turns red immediately.
Okay. Show me some power requirements here. Says what size breaker for an electric stove? That's not really what I asked, but I'll use that one. Suggested circuit breaker size for the kitchen stove is 50 amps, 220 volts. This is a double breaker, and yeah, so it says 50 amps there. So I mean, like I said, you've got the right size wire for sure. And that number 8 that number 8 wire will definitely do the 50 amps. But yeah, if it hadn't flipped the breaker, then you're good.
I'll check it out. He may have had me put 50 amp in there. I'm not for sure.
Okay.
I I know I've got 30 for the dryer, and I think 30 for the unit outside for the air conditioner.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that would definitely be 2 pole 30. That one. And that's just for the startup load. Because after it gets running, I think it's like 23. It's more than a 20 amp circuit, but it's not really a load. It's not really a heavy load on a 30 amp circuit.
But I'll look at, and it's never through it, but it
Uh-huh.
is double pull for the uh, oven stove
hmm
combination.
Nice.
But now you got my curiosity.
Right? Oh, so I got a new subscriber. How about that? How about that? All right, let me see if there's any coffee in the coffee maker.
I hate it that we can't go to channel.
I know, right? Yeah, they did that a couple of weeks back. Yeah, now you gotta copy and paste it. Uh, Actually, I think what's the other way to do it?
Well, you can download go to channel on your Chrome extension.
Really?
Yeah,
How
I
you know so much
downloaded
about this?
it. It didn't work right for me.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I had a lady tell me this morning you
Mhm.
have to hover over their name and
Uh-huh.
hold it there while you click on it
Oh,
and remain there. But my problem
oh.
was, like, say I would click on Terror Life,
Mm-hmm.
then it would pop up Rosanna, just for instance.
Okay.
It always pop up somebody else's. So
That's weird.
I got tired of messing with it, so I shut it off.
Yeah. So yeah, if you just like copy somebody's name and then you right click it, you can put go to Google for example, I have Dad Perfect that I'm looking at right now, and it'll go and it just kind of gives a general internet search. And then, but if in the Google bar there, past that name, you put YouTube, it'll find it. Yeah, I just think that they ought to. I think that they ought to just give us back our go to channel thing. I think they're trying to keep down on the sub for sub thing, and that's probably what they've done. So now that I put YouTube behind it, it's he's the first one up there.
Okay, try cornbread.
All right, let me back
And
out of
it
here.
goes to cornbreads, different cornbreads. It don't go to his channel.
Oh, I see.
Or tennis shoes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm at, if there's other people that have that same name, yeah, it's gonna go to all of them. And
No, I mean when you copy and paste cornbread,
mhm.
it shows different pieces of cornbread recipes.
Oh, right. Okay, I see.
So if you copy and paste tennis shoes, it shows to buy tennis shoes. It'll go to her channel.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah, let me see
it's
here.
crazy.
Yeah, they need to give us that back because that made it easier to find people. And paste. Well, see, that name is so original that it should come up. Yeah, it seems like I did Brian's, and yeah, I come right up to him because it's such an odd name, being that he's got all the numbers and that. So that made it easy to find that one. Oops, what have I done? What have I done? Whew, feeling the bubble guts. I think I might have to run out to the bathroom.
Oh,
Oh yeah, it happens. Coffee. You know how it goes. Right, I'll be back.
well, Terror Life, thank you very much. Or Terror Crazy Life, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. There's only one of Brian J. Thank God for that. Brian J., you need to check out my last live stream. I put a different thumbnail and a different title on it. Thank you very much, Tara. I do appreciate you being on here and super chat. That's great. No kidding, Robert. They broke the mold. When they made Brian J., they took the mold and threw it away. No more him. Rosanna, how are you doing? Are your vegetables and stuff coming up yet? But Brian J., I wouldn't trade you for the world. I wouldn't change you. You stay just the way you are. Just leftover parts. Well, I think they put too many of them in me because I'm a big boy now. That's my problem. I've ate too many leftovers. Beans are the rest I just planted. All right. I made the 15 bean soup, Rosanna, with Polish sausage. Pam doesn't like it, but I like it. But the only problem of it is I have way too much. I should have froze some of them, but I love them. I'm 6'3" and 350 pounds, Kim. I think they use too many on me too. And you can sleep anywhere you want to, and nobody will wake you up. Well, I'm not quite 6'3". I think that I'm about 5 foot 13 inches. Yeah, I'd be 11 foot tall, right? And they've always talked about getting in shape. Round is the shape. For sure, for sure.
Whew, everything came out all right. I didn't realize my name was not Dio on there still. I had that on there last night. Everybody was not whatever their name was, and so I did my not Dio. I'm on the crapper. Only 20 more pounds to go. Robert Replica. Nice.
That's a little more information than we need to know, Grizz, but I wouldn't expected anything less.
Oh, yeah, right. Our boy Grizz. Right. That's terrible. With the cost, with the price of coffins, I'm filling mine up.
Yeah, they might have
Take
to
me out.
bend your knees a little bit to get you
Yeah,
in there.
exactly. Bend the knees back. Nice.
Well, back in the day, now this is what I've heard. When they bury people, they actually bent their legs, bent their feet back underneath them.
Oh, okay.
That way they didn't have to have so long a coffin. I could be wrong.
That's crazy. I believe it though.
It's not like you're going to get a cramp.
Yeah, right. It's not gonna bother you better. You don't mind. You won't mind a bit. Hmm. There's a little more coffee in there, and then I'll be done. One cup. Well, actually, it's like 3 cups in the little coffee maker. I got one of those small coffee makers, so it holds like 5 cups. I only do 3. I'll drink that, and I'm done. Otherwise, my hair will be crawling. You just zoom, zoom, zoom. Leave me running around the yard like a crazy man or something.
Well, we've got we've got the Bun coffee maker, and we just
Oh,
make a half a pot.
uh-huh.
And I got this Yeti cup.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. You showed me that
Only
one. Come think of it.
2 of them. It's 2 of them,
Yep.
half a pot.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets a cup and I get a cup. Now hers is not a Yeti, but about the same size. That way,
Mm-hmm.
when we go out to the hot tub and come back in, we make a fresh pot. If you make a
Oh,
whole
okay.
pot,
Nice.
We both get a cup, and it sits there and cooks for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the
Starts
taste,
getting that flavor.
so I just make
Yeah, I don't blame
a pot, and we use it all. And then when we get ready, we make another half a pot.
you. Nice, nice. And those bun ones, those are very fast, aren't they?
Yep, about 2 minutes, I think.
Wow.
It's actually quicker than that, but you got to wait until it quits dripping. You know,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those are nice ones. Those bun. That's what they use in restaurants.
and
The
then
bun brand.
we also have one of them K cups.
Okay, nice. What's your favorite flavor of those things?
I like Kahlua,
Oh,
and
nice.
then of course I buy Folgers, the black silk,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh yeah,
French
yeah, I like that one.
vanilla,
The black pearl, yeah, dark roast.
and the French vanilla.
Yeah, that dark roast. Okay, nice. Yeah, that dark silk or dark silk, black silk, whatever it is. That's good. I like really rich coffee. I'll use two scoops of coffee and that's little three cups of water.
Applejack, blueberry wine, and apple wine. All sounds good, Iron Dog.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, baby. Yeah, that'll keep you busy. I got some fruit wine here. I did last year, I think it was. Yeah, 924 of 19. It's not beautiful because I don't use what they call finings. The finings takes out the any particulates. But yeah, there's another 3 gallons there, and then there's 2 more singles about this size, the 1 gallon ones. Yeah, I did a huge 6 gallon batch. There's a bunch of fruits that I had and mashed them all together. I think I did a video about it even. But yeah, made quite a bit of wine. Wine is slow though. You can brew beer in like a week for it to ferment, but that wine it just moves slow. It'll be like a month or more before it's finished, but it's worth the wait. That's 13%.
Oh yeah,
It's wine strength for sure.
yeah.
Oh, tea,
Rosanna,
please. Right?
we probably drink 2 cups apiece.
Yep.
I told this once or twice before. I told Pam, I said, I'm gonna make breakfast this morning. You got 2 choices. You either McDonald's or Hardee's.
Nice.
She picked Hardee's.
Yeah, I haven't went out to breakfast in a long time. Yeah,
We
I
don't
don't mind cooking.
usually
Sometimes I'll cook here.
we don't usually eat breakfast.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah, me neither. Usually, I mean, if it's anything, it's gonna be like toast or just something easy. Maybe a scrambled egg or two. Nothing real fancy. I can't sit down to a great big meal first thing.
Oh, I like sun tea. Don't drink it anymore, but I like it.
Louisiana, yeah. That's something else I hadn't done in a while. Is green tea. I've still got some. I think green tea is really good for you. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'd like to get one of those flat tops too. Those are really nice.
100 pounds of apple,
Wow.
6 gallons of cider, 7 quarts of apple butter. Man, you got way too much time on your hands. And about 35 pounds of apple waste.
Yeah, that's good. That goes to your compost there. The apple waste. Yeah. Some lasagna composting if Howie's still here.
The only thing about the sun tea, I gotta have sugar, and
Oh, okay.
that's just too much sugar being diabetic. So
Oh, right, right,
I
exactly.
save I save it to eat something else I shouldn't eat. You know.
Hmm. Yeah, well, even fruits have sugars in them.
Yeah, but it's kind of natural sugar, right?
It is. It is. It's quite different, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, you probably know better than I do about that. Yeah, the natural sugars. Yeah, I mean that's where like making that wine. You know, you have to add a lot of table sugar also, but yeah, it's already got some sugars to it.
Yeah, Iron Dog break is over.
Yeah, yeah. It depends on how much you drink of it, I guess.
Well, I gotta have sugar in mine, Tim. I've heard of people they just have tea with no sugar. I gotta have some.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, sugar's better than that aspartame or whatever. All these people think, oh yeah, it says no calories on this soda can, but do you know what they're sweetening it with? It's chemical. You know, do you want that? Those little pink packages, little blue packages. It's just it's sweet in flavor, but you don't. It's got a lot of chemical. I'd rather just have good old sugar. It's only 16 calories a teaspoon.
Well, Iron Dog, you be careful up there on the roof. I was helping my brother-in-law work on his shed, and he had this ladder that somebody made years ago. They just took the two before, went across and drove two nails on both sides,
Uh-huh.
and I was up, I don't know, 3 feet. Okay,
Hmm.
that two before broke.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
Yeah.
And I skipped my ankle, my not my ankle, but my shin all the
Uh-huh.
way up.
Ouch.
I'd show you,
Sorry.
but get my leg
Yes.
that high.
That's okay. I believe you. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
well,
Ladders.
yeah, but oh my
Good thing
god, it
you
hurt.
weren't up. Good thing you weren't up higher. You know, 3 foot. I mean, that's not really high, but that's right. We
So
don't.
I just fell to the next step.
Uh huh.
That step above caught my shin all the way down
Uh.
or all the way up.
Ah, yes, sir. Right. That's the way it went, isn't it? All the way up.
Went over and sat down. Here come my sister. What did you do now? So
Wow.
she grabbed the band-aids and
Mm.
patched me up.
Ouch. Sounds painful.
Oh, it's a Rubbermaid shed. Okay,
Oh, right. That's not so
that's a
bad
little
then.
safer. But
Yeah.
I didn't get on the roof. My brother-in-law got up on the roof and I cut the shingles
Uh,
for him.
nice. Yes, sir.
No kidding.
I split my butt. Got a crack in it now, huh?
Yeah, already had a crack in it. So
Dr. Kevorkian ladders.
the next time I Pam's got a 8 foot fiberglass step ladder. I took it back.
Okay,
It's a sweet ladder.
nice. Yeah, 8 foot. That's usually gets most of the jobs done there. That's if a guy's got a 6 and an 8 foot ladder, not a whole lot you really can't do unless it's like really high up there.
No, this shed that he rebuilt, uh, it's 8 by 8. It's about 8 foot tall. He did a great job. He used pallets on the
Oh,
sides,
yeah.
and then we
Huh.
covered it with. It's called T111, if you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah.
Uh,
Society. Huh?
yeah, it's 4x8 siding. It's called reverse board and batten, but it's on 8-inch centers. So they actually call it T111.
Okay. I found a drunken hillbilly to put my roof on. Hey, as long as it doesn't leak. Would you pay him in beer? Here's a couple of bottles of Mad Dog and a 12 pack.
After you get done, I wouldn't give it
Yeah,
to
exactly. Yeah, when you
you.
finish. Exactly. When you finish up, here it is. It's in the ice chest. Oh, cherry ladder. Wow. That would last a long time. Cherry wood. Yeah, roofing is a tough job, man. Those shingles are not light.
Well, we just used carried a few pieces at a time.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that felt paper, that stuff gets pretty darn heavy too.
Um, it wasn't a very big roof. The from the bottom to the very top, probably 8 foot.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, yeah. That's not too bad then. Not bad at all.
it's just a little outbuilding.
Yeah, it sounds about the size of like what they would put around maybe like a water well, like a private water well.
Yeah,
Protect it from
but
elements.
taller.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, but taller. And it really turned out really nice. It looks good. And he already had the
All right.
concrete pad.
Yeah, that I've at Ondura, that's pretty good stuff. It's like corrugated, like the corrugated metal, but this is like corrugated shingles for the most part. They're sheets, so just like the metal, but this is it's fairly thick, maybe 3/16, but it's like tar, like shingle material for the most part. I've got that on my front porch. The thing is, it's not very strong. If a limb falls and hits it, it'll go straight on through that stuff, and it's kind of hard to work with because it's not, because it's like tar. As you're putting it up, you got to make sure it's straight, because if you just nail it where it lays, you'll end up, it'll get out of kilter because maybe you pulled it here and you didn't pull it out the other end to straighten it out. If you just nail it like it is, you will not be straight at the other end. So you got to mark each spot and be sure you line it up to each spot. It's easy to work with, but and then the nails, they have they're ring shank nails. They have rubber rings on them to keep the water out, obviously. And you nail at the high part of the whale, of the high part of the corrugation. But you gotta nail it enough to where it makes the seal, but not enough to go through it. And it's kind of tricky, but and I would never get on that roof if it were hot outside, because it gets really soft if it's hot outside.
Oh,
And so you got to be sure you got to step on where there's little, where the runner things where your nails are. But it's nice. It's all right. But yeah, like I said, you don't want to use it around trees because the trees will go through it. Because I don't have any shingles below mine like y'all were talking about. I just got those little runner boards. Got 2x4s that go out as the rafter, as the ceiling joist, and then those runner boards, whatever they call them. I'm an electrician. I don't know what the names are, but the 1x4
furring.
where you nail on. What do you call them?
They call it furring strips.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Yeah. So that's what you nail to there. But so yeah, if you're up there, you want to be over those strips because you will fall through that stuff. It won't support your weight. That's probably right with the aluminum stuff too, or tin. It's not really to support weight.
So, Brian, your cherry ladder, is it a three-legged ladder? You know that a three-legged ladder is more stable than four.
Hmm. Okay. A three-legged ladder. I don't know if I've ever seen one of those.
Well,
Are,
landscapers
are you trying?
uses them.
Huh.
You know, when you
Okay. Are
put
you talking about the ones that you can go up either side? That one that comes up.
no, you can only go up one
Hmm?
side.
Oh, okay.
The side you go
A
up's got
three.
two legs, and the other side's got one leg.
Huh.
So that way, if you're trimming like a tree, you can put that one leg right down in the tree and climb up there.
I'm a three-legged man.
And you know how a step ladder will walk on you if you don't get it just perfect?
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yes, sir.
a three-legged ladder will be more stable. It really is. I'm not
Okay.
pulling a leg.
I've never even heard of it. I'm researching it as we speak. I mean, I'll be damned. Huh. I've never seen that in my entire life. That's weird. I'll be darned. Yep, they call it a tripod stepladder.
Okay, tripod. There you
Yeah,
go.
well, that makes sense. Wow, that is weird. I've never ever seen one of those ever.
And all
Crazy.
you got to do is make sure that your two legs is good and solid, and that one leg will take care of itself, I guess.
Yeah. I'll be darned. Huh. You just taught me something there. See, that would be really good for electrical work because you can get in like weird spots that you couldn't. That's weird. Okay, I'll have to check those out. Yeah, see if they get them at the store. I have to give them a look. I mean, I see these are like Werner brand, and Werner has been known for their step ladders. They probably make more step ladders than anybody else, actually. Okay, now you got me interested. I'll have to go to Home Depot and
Okay,
check them
Tim.
out.
Okay, Tim, you're talking about something else. Dirty
Yeah,
mind,
right.
dirty minded.
Can you approve my screen share? I'll show the people
Sure.
online.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
Oh, no problem. I've never seen
Now
any of this.
let's
That's
start on the
crazy,
big
man.
screen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
crazy.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. See, at first I thought you were talking about something like this. Um, oh, my internet's really slow.
Take your time.
Yeah, computers. I thought you were talking about something like this. Come back here.
No, that's four legs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've never. That's wild.
Oh my God, $1,000.
All right, it's 14 foot and it does 300 pounds. But yeah, that's a lot.
And you can walk up on both sides. Like
Yes,
if
sir.
you
Yeah, it's good for it. That's
like if you have
crazy.
clay.
I have never ever seen anything of this sort. That's crazy.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
that
the
guy's way
reason
up there.
why I know this, there's a landscaper guy, and he would come
Mhm.
in the lumber yard, and he had one, and I questioned about him, and he showed me it, and it really makes sense.
It does make sense. It looks a little scary, to be honest. I don't know. I'm just not used to seeing just one leg on the front like that. But I mean, triangles are the strongest shape. You know, they really are. That's why these cell towers and stuff, it's all built with triangles. That's the strongest shape that there is. So that stance being three, that's the triangle. It just seems weird. It seems weird with that one leg. And I guess the taller it gets, the wider the two legs would be.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, for sure. That would only make sense.
I
Oh,
think
man.
I think his was actually 10 feet,
Okay.
and he said that he could go up to a tree and put that one leg right down in the tree.
Yeah.
He could climb way up there and trim it. See?
Hey, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that way you can get closer to it. Right. Otherwise, you
Exactly.
right. I'll be darned.
And if the ground's a little bit off,
Mm-hmm.
see, it don't matter.
Right.
As long as your two legs are solid, it won't tip on you.
That's interesting. Yeah, I've never seen anything of this sort. Hmm. I I'll have to check it out at Home Depot.
I don't know how much they are.
Well, this one says $269. That's for a 10-foot fiberglass, 300-pound load. There's an 8-foot for 208. Yeah, they're proud of those things, aren't they?
Yeah. But you know how your tools are.
Oh yes, sir. Yeah. None of it's cheap. Yeah, DeWalt's this poop. I love DeWalt. Good stuff. That's one of my main power tools I use is all the DeWalt stuff.
My drills that I have, I'm not disputing your DeWalt.
Mm-hmm.
The drills I have that's cordless are Milwaukee.
Oh, that's a good brand. Yeah, Milwaukee, Makita.
I've had really good luck with them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're very stable, Brian says. All right.
I've got 2 regular drills and one like an impact driver.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's all you need.
Yep.
Yeah, Makita's good stuff. Makita, Milwaukee, all that. Yeah, I'm a DeWalt guy. Like I have several drills, the impact driver, like you're talking about, Sawzall, Rotohammer. You got the vacuum, a blower, laser level. What else? Oh, I got the gyroscopic one, and it's just like a screw gun. But instead of having like a forward and reverse, you just pull the trigger and then you lean it. And if you lean it left, it turns left. And the more you lean it, the faster it turns. And it's really good for like putting in receptacles and switches and stuff. And it's got a clutch on there to where you can tune it back to where you can tighten up the cover plates, like your cover plates for your receptacles and stuff. It'll tighten those without stripping the screw or breaking the plate. If you tune it back to like 1 or 2, it's a great little screw gun. It's I think it's 8 volts, but yeah, it's really small, and you can either have it straight or you can make it more like pistol style or whatever. It's got 3 little lights on there for if it's dark. It's a really nice device. I think it was like $100 for that thing, but yeah, I got a bunch of DeWalt stuff.
And these drills that I have, the batteries, what's really nice about them, they don't just get slow as they die.
Mm-hmm, right.
I mean, they're full tilt boogie, and then boom.
Yep.
They're dead.
Yeah, they know when they've gotten to a certain level, and as opposed to destroying themselves, they just say, "Hey, I quit." Yeah, and most of them they have the little lights on there, the little fuel gauge on there. So if you're going up the ladder, you might want to check, see how much power you got before you get up that ladder, because you'll be up there and all of a sudden it'll just.
Yep.
Good stuff.
And then they've got the charger that they charge in about an hour.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
So the thing of it is, when it goes dead, it's break time.
There you go. Well, yeah, I got like 6 of those batteries because I have so many different tools, but I generally can't run out of batteries. They'll charge faster than I can run them down. But it's always nice having several batteries.
This is
Tilt
redneck
boogie, I like
full tilt boogie, yeah.
tilt boogie. So I have Amish drills. The batteries never die, and boy, do you get your arms tired.
I've got a Sawzall, but it takes a thicker battery.
Oh, okay.
The littler batteries won't work in the Sawzall, but you can take that bigger battery.
Oh, okay.
You can put it in the drill.
Okay.
I don't.
So
but you could.
they're all the same voltage?
Yep. I think they're 18.
Okay. Yeah, all mine. Okay, 18. All my stuff now is 20 volt. I mean, I have some small small drills that are also DeWalt. It's 12 volt, but it's just for light drilling. It couldn't do like a paddle bit or a hole saw or anything. But yeah, I've got that one little drill, but that's the only one that I have that is 12 volts. Everything else is 20 volts. Coincidentally, my kid just bought a whole new set that he was showing me last night. I got them right here, as a matter of fact. Yeah, that's my kids. This is one of the saws that they come out with. I don't really have interest in it. Yeah, I don't really have interest in it so much, but this is one of the designs that they've got out now. Oh, I thought they were brand new. He said no, he's had them for a while, so I guess he's either not working them or keeping them really clean. But it's got the light on the front there, and where's that? There you go. Got the light on the front, and this is the one that you can turn the blade either this way or that way. The foot doesn't extend on this particular one, but if I thought I needed it, I'd have it. But I've already got a Sawzall. I just got the one that's longer, is all. So this would be better, I guess, in smaller spots. But this is the brushless kind, so it's not going to throw sparks. There's no brushes to wear out. It's the batteries last longer because it's brushless. They're more expensive, but it's definitely worth it. And then a little bag of stuff here, right?
Yeah.
I'll show you what else I got. This is probably the best tool ever right here. These right here, those impact drivers, if you don't have one, no matter what brand, if you don't have one of those, get you one. Because when you use this, it doesn't wrench your wrist. You could use it in paddle bits or whatever, but if it binds up, it's not gonna like twist your wrist. It'll just it kind of knocks it, goes on through it. And then he's got a little drill here, smaller drill. Got a light on the bottom. I don't have the battery in it. But yeah, it's I don't have this exact model, but I don't need it. I've got others. And then this is a larger version of this same thing, a little less compact. And this one's got the hammer drill on it, the hammer drill feature right here, hammer drill feature or drill or whatever. But yeah, and I've got one a lot like this. Actually, it's a little nicer. This is the Atomic brand, Atomic version of the DeWalt. It's not quite. I mean, it's not quite contractor's grade as like some of them. The thing is, you gotta watch the model numbers on these because some of them have more features or less features or whatever. So, for example, mine that I have, it has 3 speeds here, and it's just a different model number. It's built a little better, but yeah, I mean, as a homeowner, you will not wear these out. I mean, you won't. But yeah, good stuff. Good old DeWalt. But yeah, Milwaukee, Makita, those are all upper end like that.
My
Like that.
brother-in-law, when I was helping him, he got 2 drills, and they're 20 amp. They're Craftsman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Craftsman's good stuff.
they
Right.
work real good. One of them was a hammer drill.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, those hammer drills.
it works great. It just works just like mine. Once it get to the hard part, it starts.
Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. Right. She needs her own. Yeah, Milwaukee is good stuff. Yeah. I've always been DeWalt guy. And really DeWalt is just Black & Decker. It's just like Black & Decker is Chevrolet and DeWalt is Cadillac, still a GM product, Yeah.
And Boss is a real good product too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Here's the main thing of a tool. If you take care of it, it will take care of you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. I agree. Yeah, it's worth the money. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna use it every day, you got to spend that money. They've got 3-year warranties on them. If you're gonna tear it up, it's probably gonna be within 3 years.
And if you're going to be a contractor,
mm-hmm.
This is what I've always heard: buy the very best.
Right.
If you're a homeowner, okay, you can buy something a little cheaper.
Mhm.
because you're not going to use it like a contractor.
Exactly. Yeah, you homeowner, I would suggest Ryobi. I mean, bang for your buck. It's not a terrible tool, and it'll last. I mean, as a homeowner, you're going to use it what, once a month, maybe, or if that, or maybe you'll work it a little bit harder than that. But a lot of times, it's going to sit in the battery's going to sit in the charger, and the tool's going to sit, on a counter or on a shelf somewhere. But yeah, it's okay. And he says Craftsman used to be a lot better than what they are now. A lot of tools used to be a lot better than they are now. The coolest tool that I have that is DeWalt, besides that hammer drill or the impact driver, because that's a really cool tool, is something that just for electricians is it says a Romex stapler. That thing saves so much time. I think it was like $230 or whatever, but it shoots staples around the Romex. If y'all are interested, there's a video that I put
Yeah.
up, self promotion there. That thing is awesome, man. It knows how many wires are underneath it, and after it staples it down, it doesn't even staple it so tight that you can't move the wire. I mean, it just, I don't know how it does it. On the front of it, it's got like two little sensor things, and then it's got a third one in the middle. So when you put it down there, it knows how far to set the staple. Really safe to use. If it's empty, it won't fire. If it's not pressed against something and that middle little thing is held up, it won't fire. But it saves so much time. It sure beats those staples and a hammer, because
Oh,
especially you're on the ladder and you're trying to do this stuff, and it's just no. This is like click, boom, click, boom, and man, it saves so much time.
I
The
want
staples are
Sparky. I've got one, but it's spring loaded. It's
oh,
just
okay,
like a staple gun.
yeah,
You know, it sometimes it's hard to squeeze,
uh-huh.
but it's got a deal on the back so you can hook it on the wire,
Yep.
push something solid, and then you push it, and then pow.
What's the
It's
brand of
spring
that?
loaded.
Is it Cable Boss?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's got the cable or the little wire. It's got a piece of plastic.
Huh.
It's just
Yeah.
like yours. It's the same thing.
Right. Yeah, shoots the insulated
But you
staples.
don't just pull a trigger. You got to squeeze it,
Yeah,
and once
you
it
do.
goes together, pow.
Yep. And that's is it Cable Boss or is it a different brand?
I don't know what
Is it?
brand. I bought it from.
Do you remember if it's?
I
Is
bought
it
it
red?
from Lowe's.
Is it red?
I don't know.
Remember? Okay, no, that's all good. That's all good. Well, yeah,
I have to go down
we
and
used
look
to use
at
those, but the first time that thing falls off the ladder, it won't shoot another staple worth of crap. If it's the Cable Boss one. Klein has put one out. I haven't seen it in use yet. I'll have to research it to see if I want it, because there's some spots that big staple gun won't get in. But yeah, I mean, if it wasn't totally expensive, I would get one.
Hi, hey Kim, I am here. Her
Per
get 8 like you. That might be a troll.
oh yeah. What happened to our go to channel thing? Makes it so much harder.
Keep an eye on it. I'll
Sure,
I'll be
sir.
right back. You got my curiosity. I know exactly where it's at. I'll be
Okay.
right.
Nice. Size Black and Decker. It sure does. Yeah. People eats the Black and Decker. Yeah, it is. Right. They sure do. In fact, 10 years ago, right? It still works like new. I bet it does. Yeah. Jackhammers on the jobs. Oh, jackhammers. That would be. Then you're looking at Bosch. As much as I like DeWalt, it says right there, they're Bosch. Right. That's the brand. That's the brand for rotohammers. They know what they're doing. 1/2 inch Makita. Oh, wow. Burning up Milwaukee drills. Wow. Yeah, no. Well, they're building them cheaper now is what it is. I don't know what I do all depending on the tools. Okay, see, okay, so Brian, that weed eater, I have interest in that, but yeah, I'm don't think I want it now. You know, you said you burn it 3 days. I like the fact of being so like I say, I'm a DeWalt guy. If they've got it, I want it. You know, unless it's just something I don't need. You know, still sometimes I get it, but yeah. So I was interested in that. It's not cheap. I want to say it was like 230 or 260, but I don't want to waste that money if it's crap. Give me a second, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, the wife's getting ready to go find out whether we're having a grandbaby or a grandson. It'll be the first, and she's really excited. So she's going to do the gender reveal thing. Where were we? Where were we? Milwaukee super solid off. Yeah, Milwaukee's good stuff. There you go. And see if you have the Brian. If you said I still have 18-volt kit from years ago, but now upgraded to the 20-volt. So they've got an adapter that you can put your 20-volt batteries in that gives it that same stem type like the 18s, and so you're able to mix platforms like that. Yeah, I was 18-volt guy for the longest time, and then I switched over to the 20. I've still got some of the 18-volt batteries because I have it's an old like little boom box like job site. There you go. Oh, Gardner Bender. All right, all right. And you've had good luck with that.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. Awesome.
It,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not as good as what you've got, but I didn't
Well,
get no $230 for it.
yeah. Exactly. Right. Right. Right.
It's called a Gardner Bender.
Uh-huh. Gardner Bender. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
GB. They've been in the electric business, doing electrical stuff for a while. There's like conduit benders and stuff that are from them. It's there's lots of stuff that they have. Yeah, they've been in the business for a long time.
But I think it used the same. I get it turned right.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think that's the same ones that the cable boss uses. But
Yeah.
the thing is that they're okay. The only staples that work in that gun are their brand. They're
Right.
proprietary. Blah.
But this, I put a little bit of wire up in the basement,
Mhm.
and man, this has saved me a lot of time and trouble.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's nothing like smashing your thumb with a dang hammer when you're trying to put in a staple.
But
Nice.
see, here's where your wire goes,
Uh-huh.
and then you line your wire up, and you put it and hold it right against your stud,
Uh-huh.
floor joist, whatever, and then
Yeah.
that way when you push down on the handle, you can get some leverage, and
Yeah.
it's got to go all the way down, then pow,
Exactly.
and it drives it in pretty good.
Yeah, and that's great for like small jobs or something where you don't need to get out the whole big staple gun or whatever. You just got a couple little things because to be honest, that stapler It's a little heavy. It's not. I'm not complaining about it, but they could have maybe made it a little bit lighter. Because it does have some weight to it. But the batteries last forever, ever. I put a okay. So a lot of my batteries have the little button on there, and it tells you how much power it's got. Well, I've got an old one that doesn't have those lights. So I used it, I don't know, like 2 days, and no problems with it at all with that same battery. And so I took that battery out because I don't know how charged it is, and I put it in the charger. It was like 20 minutes later, it was charged up again. So obviously, this thing doesn't use much power at all, but
Well,
it's really strong, and it's just an awesome tool if you're an electrician if you need it.
when you
Otherwise you
pull the
know
trigger, I mean,
something.
it's just going like pow, and that's it.
Exactly. Yep.
It's not
Yep.
going to be like a drill where you,
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good point. Yeah, I don't know how exactly what it does inside there, but yeah, it sets them. It sets them pretty quick.
Well,
Oh, the
probably
60.
it's probably just like this. Instead of you pulling it back manual, you pull that trigger, it pulls it back and releases it.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe like some kind of like a cog or something. Maybe it pulled. I'm
Right.
not sure. Right.
But I've
Oh,
seen
yes,
the
sir.
video
Yes, sir, Brad. Yeah,
and it's nice.
60 volts. See, I don't want to really get the 60 volt because that's a big heavy battery, but I guess you can put that. It's that flex volt thing. I think is what he's talking about. I've seen them. It's a big chunky battery, but dude, they've got table saws that use two of the chop saws and table saws that use two of those big batteries, two of those 60-volt batteries. You can go out to a job site and with no power and use a table saw. It's amazing technology has come so far. They've got lawnmowers. Matter of fact, they've got battery operated lawnmowers, which I don't know how well that would work, especially in the size yard I've got. Maybe if you lived in the city where you're only making like 8 passes and you're done. But
Well, when your battery runs down, it's break time.
yeah, it is right. Open link a new
It,
window.
it's Miller time.
Oh, gets patent for lithium-ion technology. All right, all right. So that's where it came from. Yeah, I know some people just swear by Makita. I meant not Makita, Milwaukee. And like I said, you see them on the job sites all the time. And the best tools when you go into the job site and stuff, and you see they're all beat up, they're all scratched up and stuff. You know that they've been in service for a long time and they're still working. That's the best tools. I just showed you all those tools right there. They're all too clean. It's like you bring those to the job site. It's like, how long have you been doing this? Right? You've been doing this for long, or you see a new tool bag and all fresh tools. It's like, are you fresh at this? Yeah. Oh yeah. Mine are all scratched out. I got some of them that are painted green back from when I was working with an electrical company that, another story, but I painted them green, which is kind of weird for DeWalt because that's Makita's colors, but everybody had DeWalt, and so I wanted to make sure mine looked different. That way my stuff didn't walk off. So I painted like
Back,
taped off all the little air vents and stuff, and tape off what you need to. Spray painted them suckers green. They definitely look different. Green batteries. Oh yeah. Oh, you bought the adapter. Okay, I get it. Hammer and box of staples. Yeah, that that was me before, and I hated that, especially like when it's cold in the wintertime and you're trying to hold a staple, and of course you're gonna miss that staple a few times. Just smash your thumb. So I'd use my my wire strippers just to hold the staple. That way I didn't hit my fingers. Oh, I got so tired of that thing. So tired of staples. I've still got some, but the stapler is kinetic energy. Okay.
well, where you're going to use it all the time, Sparky, you that's
Oh yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, it saves so much time.
but this
It
here
really does. It saves.
for no more than I run, This was perfect.
Yeah. That's yeah, right. Exactly.
I didn't
Yep.
even run
Oh, that'd be
a whole box of staples. So
good. Mhm. Oh, I see. All right. So the 60-volt batteries will work in the 20-volt, but the 20-volt will not work in the 60-volt. Yeah, I'm trying not to change platforms at all, but I think I'm kind of I want to stay here. I believe because I've got so many batteries and so many tools that are all the same, and I'd rather not have two different batteries and chargers and this and that. But so I don't know. I was talking yesterday. Oh, so you just got the half-inch impact wrench. Wow. See, that's something I don't have. That's definitely usable. I mean, hell, you can take the lug nuts out of your truck with that. That's solid. Okay. Have the old 18-volt Ryobi for years. Ain't the best, but I hadn't burned it up. That's fair. Yeah, yeah. Ryobi's nothing wrong with that either. They weren't designed for that. Uh,
yeah, the lithium are better. You don't have to worry about them getting cold, like storing them in
exactly.
the garage.
Yes, sir. Oh, uh, what's the difference between the blue and the red Ryobi? I always thought I said blue. Excuse me, I said red. I've seen the green. The green is the one I remember. It's kind of like a light green, like kind of like a limey color. I didn't realize I had a blue one. Huh? What's
Oh,
the difference? Oh wow, $80. That's good. I mean, most of DeWalt stuff. I mean, most of it is tool only, meaning they didn't come with a battery or a charger. Most of it's right around $100. Maybe just right around $100. Like specialty things like that stapler, like I said, like more like 230, if I remember right. But um, yeah. So $80 for I don't know. Click around a little bit. Not sure what they're worth, but yeah, $80 seems like a deal. It's just one of those things that I don't necessarily need, although I wouldn't mind having it. Same way as the grinder. They've got a small grinder, but I haven't heard good news about those. I got a Makita corded grinder that's in my truck. I don't usually use a grinder, but you never know. Okay, so it's uh Evolve impact wrench. All right, here we go. Uh, what? That can't be right. This says $58. That can't be right. See, that one says 169 over there at Northern Tool. I see one for 199 at Lowe's. $58. That can't be right. The one I would guess would be 169 is the cost. Just says 139 for this one at Northern Tool. I'm sure they're different models. That one looks like a really compact one there.
well, you did pretty good, Brian.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Let's see, half price would be $95.
Uh huh. Holder. Awesome.
So
Bosch. All right.
Marky, while I was down there getting that staple gun, I looked at the breaker
What size is it?
on that stove. On that
Uh-huh.
stove, it's 30 amp.
Wow. Okay. Hey, if it works, it works. Yeah, you're sure
Well,
not gonna break the wire.
that would be better than putting way up there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, having a 70 or 80 amp breaker on it, right? No, you're doing the right thing. Yeah, I mean, if it hasn't failed yet, right? Or was that lever A and lever B?
Yeah,
I'll remember that.
but I think
Exactly.
I think the wire was
Oh,
8,
okay.
and he said that would be enough to run the stove. And he said 30 amp would be fine.
Sure. Okay. Well, easy enough, man. If
But
it works, it works. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think that she's ever had all 4 burners at the same time while the oven was going. So
Yes, sir. Okay. All right. I'm looking at that. There's a link for the Bosch half-inch impact driver. Yeah, Bosch is good stuff. Especially like I said, their hammer drills. They're known for that. Either Bosch or Hilti. I guess when it comes to hammer drills, Hilti. But Bosch is good stuff. Oh yeah, that thing looks powerful. He's got a I don't even know what to call those things. Kind of like an auger bit on there, and just tearing through a 2x4. Yeah, that looks very powerful. Good equipment, man. Good equipment. Like you said, you get what you pay for, right? You gotta spend those extra dollars, and it's gonna last longer. It's gonna probably do the work faster. It's more than likely got technology in it to keep down on vibration and stuff. You know, it's well thought out. They know these guys are gonna be using it for hours on end. Oh, okay. You like
so
tool deals? Check this out. All right.
so Matt, I looked at that website you put up. This guy sells these tools. Is that what he was saying? Man, he's got a lot of tools on here. That's cool.
Oh, over
I
there. All
I
right. I am now sub to that guy. I'll go check it out. Excuse me.
I was
Looks
already
like he puts up
sub
lots
to
of
him.
videos.
I was already sub to him. I'm gonna bookmark that and
There
check
you
it
go.
out later. Thanks
Yeah.
for putting that up there, Matt.
Sure. Yeah. 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 Anything to save money, right? We've got one down here called Texas Tool Traders, and they have all the brand names like you used to when it comes to the power tools. And they have a lot of it's Chinese stuff, like for the drill bits and sawzall blades and stuff like that. You can find the better ones. I'm about to say gooder. You can find the better ones in there, but you can also get some really cheap ones there. So you gotta kind of watch what you're buying. But then that guy matches price. He'll match price with anything online or any other competitor, Home Depot, Lowe's, any of that Northern Tool thing. But I'd take my business to him all the time. I got a DeWalt cooler. It's like a Yeti kind, for the most part, because the sides on it are like super thick. It'll hold 18 beers, and it's not just huge. And it was like I want to say 129 or whatever. It holds ice it will keep things cold for a week. On that seventh day, sixth and a half, seventh day, you might not have cubes of ice in there, but the water will still be cold enough that it's pretty much, it's cold enough. But it does, even in Texas heat, it lasts for an entire week. The weird thing is it doesn't have a drain hole in it. So I use a piece of tubing, stick it in there, and siphon out the water, because I've got it like it's cabled into my truck. I got like a security cable that runs through the handles, and because it's people will steal shit like that with
Yeah,
equipment.
And your beer.
And the beer, right? Yeah, it's got a spot through there that you can put a lock on it. That's crazy. Yeah, it's pretty sturdy. They built it tight. I mean, when you go to open it, you'll hear like a suction because it's got such a good seal on it. It's like it definitely closes tight. Advertisements. Don't need no thinking advertisements. Yes, sir. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Well, almost 12 o'clock. Thinking enough with the coffee. Maybe it's time for cold beer.
Switch over.
Sunday. It's Sunday after all, right?
Switch over. Switch over.
Mm-hmm. I get coffee grains in there. Went through a filter. Oh, cowboy coffee.
Well, you know, that's half of the reason why I only make a half a pot. If I put enough coffee in there for a full pot, it'll spill over, and
Oh,
coffee grounds
okay.
in the pot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Enough of that. Time for some beers. I have a reputation to uphold. I got a namesake to take care of here.
Yeah, drunken one. I didn't put that name up there for nothing.
Oh, here's a perfect start to a nice Sunday.
There you go.
I found the right one. I'm glad I didn't drink it last night. This is one called Dragon's Milk. It's a bourbon barrel aged stout. It's 11%. A bourbon barrel aged stout from New Holland. I think it's New Holland. Yeah, New Holland Brewery. Yum, yum, yum. It's a really, really dark beer. Tastes like chocolate and caramel. Bit of coffee. The bourbon from the barrels. All right. Breakfast of Champions.
There you go.
I pour it in here. So how dark it is.
And if you run out of milk, you can put that over your cereal.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's very rich and robust. I could have put it in a clear glass, but yeah, I tell you what, you drink 4 of these things, you know you drank 11%. That's pretty big. Well, no, it's just coffee. All right. So who else is going to jump on your panel with you?
I don't know.
I'm about to go do those beef stick things like I was talking about.
I'm watching this one video that Matt put up of this guy with the drill.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, going through that 2x4. That thing's strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's his name? Tool Craze.
Uh-huh.
Well, I need to sub to him. Yeah, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it is.
Putting that lag screw in now. Pretty unique. Now, do you do any live streams?
Uh,
Breakfast?
not usually. No,
Well,
I don't usually do live streams.
I'm not smart
At
enough
least
to tell you
subscribers.
how to do it, but say you
Or
use
I know how to do it. Yeah,
well, say you
uh-huh.
use StreamYard, you can only do 20 hours for free.
Yes, sir.
But if you use OBS with the StreamYard, then it don't count against your hours.
Oh, yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, no, that's cool. I
Because
can learn more about that OBS thing.
now I can't tell you how to do it. Grizz and Cornbread set me up.
Uh-huh.
He
Okay,
told me
awesome.
how to do it. They're pretty smart.
Yeah, right. And yeah, nothing against Grizz, but you wouldn't think that that old mountain man would know how to do this stuff on the internet. You know, you know who'd have thunk? Again, nothing against Grizz.
Okay, Tara, she's got to get off her butt and go get her son cleaned up.
Oh,
Well, you think he could clean himself up?
right? Nice. For senior picture.
Okay. We're down to 3 people watching. Been over 3 hours. Time goes fast when you're having fun. For target practice. Oh my God. Well, I'll tell you what, these kids that graduated this year, that's totally bad. Okay, Sparky. Well, Sparky's left. Grizz, Tara, Brian J, Matt. I appreciate you all being here with me. I'm gonna attempt to shut this down. Oh, there's Sparky back again. What happened?
I don't know. It started turning circles. I had to reload it. My internet is really bad here, and especially because of all this coronavirus crap. Everybody's at the house. Everybody's on their devices.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, and my internet sucks to begin with, but it makes it even worse now. Yeah, I wouldn't have just dropped out like that. I at least told you goodbye.
Well, I was wondering about that. But
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
okay, it's coming up on 12 o'clock though, and I am going to shut
Okay.
it down. Sparky, it's been so fun being here with you today.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. That's all. I need to get up and
And Chris,
but too.
yeah, I need to do something. Uh, like I said, I've been on here 3 hours.
All
So
right. Okay. Well, thanks for having me, and yeah, enjoy your day. All the beautiful sunlight. Hopefully, you get a nice day there at your place.